Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it.
It is. The house is on fire, bro.
This is not good, man. This has been the
fire,
craziest week, and this go down as top 5 crazy weeks, bro. Like this week has been crazy.
Talk about crazy fucking day.
Oh right? My God, this day was starting off with positive vibes, Saints space.
Yeah.
And now it's just mayhem in Nets Nation. The house is burning. The house is burning in Nets Nation right now, y'all.
If you're watching now and you are following us, or you're on Twitter too, and you're plugged into the Twitter Nets world, this morning I woke up and I'm like, dude, I need some positive vibes, right? Like, because I need it. And I started that space and it was going good. We got another tweet about Joe Harris saying, hey, I feel good about this. I don't think I need this, yada, yada, yada. 10 minutes later, the James Harden shit drops. And it just, all the air went out of the room, bro. And the house caught on fire. And right now,
it was like James Harden is out for the game. And we're like, what? And then like back to back and hit us with like, Shams, James Harden is looking, the Nets are open to trading James Harden. I'm like, huh? And now this is mayhem, Nets Nation. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Welcome to the kingdom. We're joining us right now. We're not even going to talk about this game with the Jazz and the Nets. We got blown out. If you want to know about the post game,
how about this?
You go watch it.
How about this? The two things that I like: Cam Thomas, 30 minutes, 11-19, 3 for 7 from 3, 5 for 6 from free throw, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 30 points. Day'Ron Sharpe, 5 for 10. 1 for 1 free throw, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 11 points.
Yeah.
Wet burrito down once again.
Wet burrito
Claxton, 5 minutes. I'm done. He's got a case of the Hardens.
He got a case of the Harden strain.
He got a case of the Hardens, bro.
The Harden strain. Yeah. He was on the bench though. At least he was on the bench.
Yeah.
He came back.
At least he was on the bench.
He came back. He tried to play, then he came back, and he was on the bench. So
that was the game. If you want to know anything else about it, fucking read it in the paper.
Go to YouTube right now. If you want to watch the blowout, go to YouTube and watch the blowout. Go watch the blowout.
Yeah, fuck this. Like we're
not gonna talk about that. Shit. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. But let me. I'm gonna try to shout out the chat, but let me just do it, I know the chat's toxic tonight, bro.
Keep composure.
Yeah. Shout out Rage. I see you, bro. Rage is gonna be modding here, but shout out Rage. Shout out Julian too. Cypher was good. Marcus was good. Guillermo was good. Holy King was good. Real. I told you to pull up. We're gonna break down everything about Harden tonight. We're gonna break down the Harden tonight. The Harden talk. We're gonna break down the Harden talk. So. People Hernandez was goody. Nicholas, yo, Frosty, Arthur, hey Arthur, crazy little big things. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit the like button tonight. We need this. We need at least 200 likes. Stephen O, Mr. Governor was good. David, Deed was good. And WTM, Lenny Beeson, what's up? Never throwing the towel. Yeah, man, never throwing the towel. It's still Nets Nation. And I'm gonna put the disclaimer out. If you're a Harden stan, and you want to unsubscribe and you want to leave us, that is fine. We are fine with that. Okay.
How about can we just put a stan claimer in general? Because now, this is like literally it's a World War stan right now in Nets world, right? Like Kyrie fans and Harden fans are pointing the finger at each other of why this is all blowing up. So I've had enough of stans. If you are just a stan and you followed your player here to this team, I really don't want to hear it. Right?
This man Harden,
I really don't want to hear it.
He really might be gone. He gone, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. He gone. Like he gone, y'all. So if you were a Harden stan and he goes to the other team, just know like it's okay. If you want to stay and watch Nets content with us, fine. But if you want to go, it's fine. We're just saying it's fine. All right. Don't get mad. Don't get toxic in the comments. So we're going to break this down from the beginning, right? We're going to break this down. Nets get James Harden the 14 deal. Now, I want to point this out, right?
So you're saying we're going back in history.
We're going back in the Nets history here. We're going back in Nets history. What did we give up for James Harden? This man that is allegedly quitting on us. What did we give up? 3 first rounders, 22, 24, 26, 4 Brooklyn first round swaps, 21, 22, 23, 25, and 27. And we gave up Karis LeVert and Jared Allen. So just mind you, we gave up our future for this man. We gave up our future and 2 promising young stars for Harden to come here. That's what I want to point that out. Really, really, really point that out, because you guys got to remember that what we gave up to get James Harden here. And mind you, James Harden, he forced his way out of Houston, right? He forced his way out of Houston. Sean did what he had to do and took the deal, gave up our future, gave up these 2 promising stars, right? So now we'll go back to Harden. Harden came to the team, amazing, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. When Harden came to this team, he averaged 24.6 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, and 44 games in 2020. Man, what could we say about Harden last year? I mean, he played great. When Kyrie was down, he held it down. When KD was hurt, he held it down. Harden last year, I have no complaints. He was great. He got hurt. It was unfortunate. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
No, I'm saying, but don't. And this is the other thing. I don't know if it's on your next slide, but it's like, James Harden got hurt. We were patient, brought him back. And listen, kudos to James Harden. James Harden owns a trophy. He owns respect for coming in the playoffs. We're not just going to completely dump on Harden tonight. This is going to be fair criticism of looking at the negative. Yeah, objective. Looking at the negatives and the positives, right? James Harden, I have a problem with the quitting thing, but then I also don't. Let's remember, dude came in on a grade 2 hamstring in the middle of the playoffs and played till the very end to try to win us. So you can't question dude's heart.
No complaints about Harden last year, bro. I thought everything was great. I was like, this is great. I'm ready to go. Me last year, I was like, I'm ready to go in the future with Harden. In the next few years, we're going to have Harden, KD, Kyrie. I was all hyped for it. I was excited.
And romantic. We're gonna talk about Kyrie too. Kyrie
we're gonna get to
Kyrie
that.
doesn't duck
let's stay. Let's stay.
Kyrie, we're not ducking Kyrie tonight either.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So again, last year, like I said, unfortunate James was hurt. Okay, there was questions about his health. There was questions about him in training camp because, mind you, it was the same season he came into training camp out of shape in Houston. He got here, played amazing, but ended up going down with that hamstring strain. There was rumors, he was on the shade, but isn't that? But it's not here or there. I give James Harden all the credit for last year. Again, he did what he did for us. He did what he did for us last year. Now coming into this year, right? Coming into this year, he turned down that extension. Mind you, in training camp, I was like, and I said this before, everything happened. I said Harden would be the first to leave. And I said that because I thought Harden was going to leave first because I just knew how his mental is. I've seen his history. That. Yeah, I did. I saw his history, right? This is why I didn't change my Instagram to 7-11-13. People were like, yo, change your 7-11-13, 7-1-1-1-3, 7-1. Yo, change it. I'm like, no. I've seen Harden's history. I've seen when he's done quitting on teams, constantly quitting on teammates, constantly. I'm not changing nothing. I think he's going to be. I'm not saying it was. I didn't know it was going to happen this fast, but I knew he was going to be gone. I knew he was going to be gone.
Oh, man.
So training camp comes down. He turns down the extension. We're all like, whoa, Harden, what are you doing? I thought we were trying to build a big 3. I thought we were trying to go to the future and win championships. And you remember this interview? Let's play the interview what Harden said about not signing the extension and the Brooklyn Nets in the future. Let's play this interview.
After this year, Sean Marks has expressed confidence of you doing the same at some point in the near future. How do you look at the prospects of you signing a long-term extension here?
Of course, it's on my mind. I've had multiple talks with Sean and Joe, and I don't see myself anywhere else, honestly. But I'm just taking it. I'm taking my time with it. There's no rush, and I want to bring a championship to the city. So, I'm here.
I'm here. You heard him? I'm here. That's what he said. I'm here. He's taking his time. You can take that off. We'll take that overlay off. He said he was taking his time. He doesn't see himself anywhere else, right, Harden? You didn't see yourself anywhere else but here.
He sounded really confident.
He sounded confident, right? He sounded confident. You're like, oh, Harden, okay. But me personally, I was like, I don't believe that. That's just talk. My co-hosts, other people were telling me, bro, stop playing. Harden's going to stay. He's going to stay, right? He's going to stay. But that wasn't the case. Now we get through the season. Harden has one of the worst seasons since his rookie year, right? Harden's stats, right? We know he's averaging 22. What was he averaging? 22, 8, and 10 assists, shooting 42% from the field. One of his worst seasons since his rookie year. Now the numbers look nice. The numbers okay, they look nice. But if you watch every Nets game, can you honestly say Harden's had a great year? Can you honestly say that and look me in the eye and be like, "Yo, Harden's had a great year"? There's no games that I can question. There's no games he didn't give his effort. There's no games that he was always there. He was always playing hard. He was always giving everything he got every game. Can you honestly look at me in the eye and say that to me? So it's
can we put a disclaimer on right now that I pretty much, if you polled Nets Nation, I think most people would say he's probably going to be traded. Yeah. I did say this earlier, and I saw Slime Bunny say, like, we're all going to eat our words. Listen, anything is possible. Yeah. But I'm sorry, most of the pointers right now, and most of the body language and the way things are, unless the Nets come straight out, which I'm sorry by now, and then hopefully it happens after the game. If there is zero truth to any of this, a pretty confident response would have come out by now saying, we are not trading James Harden. This is all bullshit. I'm sorry. That would have been out because the news has been leaked by everybody. It's not just some random dude.
So okay, so we get to this season. Harden's averaging 5 turnovers a game. Like I said, shooting 42% from the field. It's not looking good, right? It's not looking good. I think his PER was down, all the way down. The 3-pointers were not looking. I think he was shooting like 31%. He's going on and off. We would see good Harden some days, and we would see bad Harden some days. We would see good Harden some days, and we would see bad Harden some days. And then it came out on the Lakers game. The Lakers game, right? The Lakers game, Jake Fisher came out with a report of James Harden being frustrated, right? He was frustrated with what's going on with the Nets. He was frustrated with Steve Nash, frustrated with the rotations, frustrated with the Nets. He didn't like living in Brooklyn, right? That's what the Jake Fisher report came out. If you go to our streams, we talked about that, right? We talked about that, and we were like, nah, Jake Fisher probably he's lying. I don't know about Jake Fisher, man. Like, he's probably just putting it out. You know, we thought it was just kind of BS, but there was some kind of truth to it. But we thought most of that article was BS, right?
Yeah.
And now
we agreed on the frustration. We all came down to saying hey, there probably is some frustrated for the Kyrie thing, rotations. We all kind of agreed on that. We felt that was true.
And we watched that interview with Harden, right? We watched that interview, and I called BS. I was like, the way Harden answered those questions, it's his body language is off. I called BS because I knew he. Let's play the interview. Let's play it so the people know. Let's play
that suggests that you might not be happy in Brooklyn or with the rotations that are happening. I'm just wondering, if you can speak
Reports
to
from who? All right, then.
Bleacher Report.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Instead of speaking to the reports, can you just talk about your experience living in Brooklyn?
What do you mean?
The report suggested that you were unhappy.
Talking about reports. I don't know about reports. Did you guys hear from me?
That's what I'm asking.
All right, so I don't know about no reports.
Do you enjoy New York City?
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember Zane? You remember that? Yeah. we all called BS. We're like, bro, that was the obvious. The most.
Hey, Chubbs. Hey, Chubbs, you okay, bro?
Yo, Chubbs is.
Dude, wait a minute. He's dressed in all black.
Yo, Chubbs is in dark mode. Chubbs right.
His head's down Chubb. I just watched Ghost Dog, and I'm getting Ghost Dog vibes from
Chubbs. Is in dark. Let Chubbs rock. He's in dark mode. But okay, so we all call BS. We're like, Harden, that's an obvious lie. He looked like he was lying to our faces. You like enjoying in Brooklyn? Yeah, I like Brooklyn. Yeah. That didn't sound authentic at all. Now we go to the timeline, right? Let's go to the timeline. January 25th, Harden refused to report of unhappiness following loss to the Lakers. January 26th, we've seen a random injury, left hamstring tightness. He did not play versus the Nuggets. January 29th, he did not play against the Warriors. He's like, Kyrie, I'm good. My hand hurts. You got to go. You play the Warriors by yourself. February 1st, he comes out against the Suns, has 22 points and 10 assists in 37 minutes. Not bad. Okay, not bad, Harden. And then we go to February 2nd, Kings game, 4 points and 6 turnovers. Right? One of Harden's worst games I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm bugging, but that was one of the worst games like by a superstar. It might have been in history. I don't know. February 3rd, he got the All-Star team, and now tonight he's out with the left hamstring tightness. Now, mind you, we go to this timeline, right? The Nets don't do this. When somebody's hurt, the Nets usually keep him out for games. We've seen this with KD. We see it with Kyrie. If Harden was really, really hurt, he wouldn't have played any of these. He would be out for a longer stretch of period of time. But it's like he's playing games with us, right? We see the tightness. January 26th, he did not play. Then we see the hamstring. He did not play, right? He plays February 1st, the Suns, and now he's back out again. He's back out again tonight with the left hamstring tightness. So it's like, it's weird how the way the Nets medical team works, if you're hurt, and you're out. They don't bring you back. They don't play no games like you're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. So it's like, what is this game that Harden's playing with us? You know, what is this game that we see? And now tonight he's out with the hamstring tightness. We see the Ben Simmons vaccinated reports. We see the Ben Simmons vaccinated reports on Twitter, and then everything just drops. Shams says the Nets are open to Harden being traded. But mind you, last week, what happened? January 26th, the Brooklyn Nets won't take calls about James Harden ahead of the trade deadline. You guys remember this article? You remember when this came out? When Woj put this out? He said the Brooklyn Nets will not take any calls about James Harden. They said that. Woj tweeted that. He said they're not taking any calls. And now we're come to today where they're open to taking calls. Something must have changed. You know what I'm saying? Something had to go wrong. Harden must have had to request a trade. I'm trying to let y'all follow the breadcrumbs. The in and out of the lineups, the not playing well, the letting Kyrie, quitting on Kyrie one night and then coming back playing, quitting Kyrie on the other night, coming back playing. Like it's kind of breadcrumbs, because it's like Houston. We've seen this in Houston, him doing this over and over and over, trying to force his way out of a team. So there has to be something here. We weren't going to take any calls on Harden. January 26th, this is the report. Woj tweeted it. So what happened in that period of time? And now we get to today where Shams says the Nets are open to trading James Harden and looking with Philly to make a deal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just trying to make y'all believe like this is not just out of the blue. This is not just out of the blue. You got to follow the breadcrumbs, the extension, denying the extension, right? The poor play, the frustration, the reports leaking about the frustration. It's all a pattern. Y'all got to follow the pattern, yo. This is why we think, we assume Harden is going. I mean, I think he's gone. The tonight on the bench,
no tie to the city, bro. That's what it comes to.
Tonight, him not being on the bench tonight, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? He's gone on the. Like I said, him not being on the bench tonight showed me a lot. He's gone, y'all. He's gone.
Hey, Julian, we're getting a little feedback from your mic. Just a little bit. For real.
Him not being on the bench tonight, he's gone, y'all. He's gone. I'm sorry, he's gone. He's Sean Marks would not have leaked that news to Shams about the Nets being open. Like I said, I told y'all last week they said they weren't taking any calls on Harden. Remember that? Last week they weren't going to take any calls on Harden. Sean Marks would not have leaked that news to Shams. Shams reported the Nets are now open to trading James Harden. And mind you, the deadline is next week, next Thursday. So it's like that wouldn't have happened if Harden didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't have happened if Harden didn't want to leave. He wants to leave. He's gone, y'all. So I'm saying. And now that it's like, I'm gonna let Saint and Chubbs cook up after this, because I'm talking for a minute.
I need to let listen. I'll say this, and then I'm gonna let Chubbs go, because I've been real time on Twitter Spaces all day when this all broke. Just been madness, and it's just been nuts, right? Like, and I'm gonna opt to Chubbs right now, because I'm gonna come in at the end and try to balance it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And throw in some other things that we didn't talk about, because I do believe there's some things that slight defense of Harden, but also
like I told you, I broke it down from the beginning. I broke it down. I was like I said, I went from the last year. I broke it down how everything happened. We gave up our future for this man, right? Like I told you, we gave up our future for this man. Just remember
I got some things to say about Harden, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And I do got some words for Kyrie, because this is not just a Harden problem. The whole house is on fire. So with that, Chubbs.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this though before y'all go. Like I said, now that Harden wants to leave, right? Now that Harden wants to leave, you got to think of where Sean Marks is right now. Sean Marks is put in a tough position, right? We gave up our future. What was it? 4 swaps, first round picks, Jared, Karras. We gave up our future and those two guys. We're not going to get that in return. We're not going to get we're not even getting close to that in return for what trading Harden, like trying to get our return back, right? So Sean Marks is put in a tough position. He's put in a tough position, right? Harden could walk next. It could be the offseason. Harden can walk. He can opt out and he could walk. So it's like we don't want to lose Harden for nothing. Sean Marks got to figure out by the trade deadline. Should I trade Harden? Like, should I, you know what I'm saying? I need to get something back for Harden. I can't lose him for nothing in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. That's where the leverage thing takes place. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff we can get into after the leverage talk, but y'all got to realize, like, we're put in a tough position now. If Harden wants to leave, we got to figure something out before next week so we don't lose Harden for nothing in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? He's already now on the bench. He's already playing. He's already showing us the signs. He doesn't want to be here. He's showing us the signs. I broke it down. He's showing us the signs. We got to figure something out before next week. Go ahead, yo.
So let me just let's get one thing straight, and this is the most important thing that no one is talking about. If you don't think Kyrie only going part-time is not the key reason all of this is happening, you don't know basketball. I can argue Kyrie is the domino effect to this whole shit just going downhill. And I'm sorry for cursing. Anybody has children in the room? I'm sorry for yeah, kids, put your cover your ears. Gotta look at this like, I'm very disappointed and I'm very gutted because realistically, and no shot at anyone on the panel. I was the only person really riding for Harden when everybody was shitting on him. Yeah. I gave him shit.
You showed him love. Yeah, you showed him love, and you showed him when he played bad. He was on him, bro.
Because look at this. I rocked with Harden before he came to the Nets, but I was just like, I didn't really like his style. Like Harden's one of those guys. If he's not playing for your team, you're gonna have a problem with how he plays. I was in that sentiment until Harden played for us last year, and then I was on the Harden train. He literally maintained us as a top 3 seed by himself.
Last year, bro. He was great last year, bro.
Like, let's be honest, Harden was dealt ever since Harden came here, he's been dealt a very shitty hand. And last year, he said, "Screw it, put the team on my back. Here we go."
Yeah.
Now, obviously, with the injury, with everything that's happening, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with Harden. We're all feeling the same things you're feeling.
Yes.
You don't think the injuries, sometimes Steve Nash's rotations, Kyrie with his whole mess. You don't think that's affecting KD? That's affecting the rookies. That's affecting the coaching lineup. That's affecting the fans.
Yeah.
And my thing is, you're one of the leaders of this team.
Yeah.
Look at his whole body language, all his mannerisms leading up to this point.
The 4 points. Come on, bro. 4 points against the Kings.
Not
even
4
points against the Kings.
No, it's not even the 4 points.
He had a hamstring injury and a hand injury. Be nice,
bro.
Yeah. And mind you, you can argue the rule changes to why he's playing like this, but bro, free throws are not that critical to your game.
Yeah.
Harden is talked as one of the best scorers in the game.
Yeah.
Free throws come naturally to great scores. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like any scorer, free throws come naturally to
Look
them.
at KD.
Not even KD. You can go to any good scorer in the league. They get a lot of free throws because they know how to get to the basket and they just know that shit to a science.
Yeah.
And my thing is, Harden is one of the leaders of the team. And as a leader, I'll argue you weren't even a second in command. You weren't even what's below a second in command. You weren't even a command. You weren't even an admiral. You weren't even you did everything to visibly look miserable and to give off the body language. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
That for me is unacceptable.
We have rookies. We have other players looking up to you, bro. And you just want to,
Yeah.
like I said, you kind of quit on us. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I know, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I know the Kyrie thing is a big part of it, but that still doesn't. You have a right to be mad. You have a right to be mad, but doesn't give you the right to quit on us. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to quit on us. You still have KD. You don't got to quit on us. You know what I'm saying?
The other visibly things wrong, like
Mm-hmm.
before Chubbs continues, is it's like there were numerous times this season with Harden where it's like you can't stand out there and point the finger at everybody else, coaching staff, Kyrie, rotations, and you walk the ball up and waste half the clock just standing, dribbling between your legs, deciding what you want to do with it, and then dishing it off to somebody with 4 or 5 seconds left. Like there was a lot of things that Harden did this year that straight killed the offensive and momentum, not to mention his turnovers, right? His turnovers led to so many momentum killing things or giving the other team points. Like this is the other side of it. I know there's a lot of Harden stands like, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. You're being mean. Bro, I'm sorry. I don't know how you stand up here and defend his play this year, right? Like he's had a few good games, but overall, like, come on. You're telling me if Harden is as amazing as he is, he should have been better.
And I was gonna say, like, and I was telling Saint this before we streamed. I'm like, I'd rather Harden come up to us. Remember when the article dropped about him being frustrated? I'd rather him just go up to Sean and be like, listen, I want to request a trade. I'm not happy. I'm sorry. I still love y'all. I'd rather him just do it like this, and tell us up front. Not this play games with us. I'm hurt. No, I'm not hurt. I'm hurt. No, I'm not hurt. And then you do this, like, and then you quit on the team. Like, you don't show up on the bench for your team. I'd rather you do it the real way, like a man, and be like, yo, I don't want to be here. I'm requesting a trade. I'd rather it be like that. If you be like that, cool. We'll go. Well, all right, bro. You don't want to be here. We'll find something. But don't do this. This game shit is unacceptable, bro. You know what I'm saying? This playing game shit is unacceptable.
And here's my thing. It's frustrating. We get it. But here's how you think KD felt in the playoffs when both you and Kyrie went down. KD easily could have did the same thing you're doing, look miserable as hell, pout, just play like ass the whole game, but he didn't. He went out there and got his bucket trying to put the team on his back no matter which way he could, because that's what a leader would do.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for how Harden acted at all over these past 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
However long this losing streak has happened.
Yeah.
And it's like we see Harden not playing up to what we know he can. And then we have these fucking stands coming in here saying we're ungrateful because he's playing like ass. A man that's expected to get 50 million.
And don't forget, last 2 years, 60 million.
60 million. You want us to pay 60 million extension for this?
For that.
This? You know what I'm saying?
For that. And if you generally think he's worth 60 million, not gonna lie, pack him up. I don't care where, to Philly, to what, get him out. Because there's
60 million for 42% from the field, 5 turnovers a game, 32% from the three, and laziness on defense. No effort. No effort at all on defense. No effort at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. Keep it 100. Keep it 100 with us, bro.
And it's like, it's one thing to be frustrated. It's one thing to just have that feeling like the whole world is against you. Nothing is going your way. But it's one thing to just look like you don't care. Especially when you're in the position to where you lead by example.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that the whole Nets team is falling in line just based off of Harden's emotions and how his whole body language alone over this whole road trip.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason during this road trip we move the ball better than our primary playmaker. We look like a better basketball team without our primary playmaker. We're assisting each other way better than our primary playmaker.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen. Injury, rule change, or not. There's no reason you should be this bad and just have this much carelessness in your game.
Yeah.
And when the going gets tough, you want to leave. You want to leave the first chance you get.
The going gets tough. That's what kind of leader is that, bro? What kind of leader is that?
Still like in a better position. Like, yeah, it sucks right now. Mm-hmm. But KD is still coming back. Joe Harris is still coming back. Like this is just like a rough patch that you have the ability to help us through.
Yeah,
you know, you're still
in. All teams go through a rough patch. It's just bound to happen. This is an 82 game season, long season. Every team goes through a rough patch. But now when we really are in the trenches going through it, where now we need leaders like you to show up and lead.
Yeah.
You want to up and leave?
And it's not all your fault. Like, of course, like a big part of this is Kyrie, but at the end of the day, like you said in the playoffs with KD, it wasn't KD's
you still have KD coming back. You still have guys coming back. Like, you still have Sean Marks. Sean Marks even hasn't made a move yet in the trade deadline. At least let Sean Marks try to help the roster. You know, Sean Marks going to do something on the roster. At least go to Sean Marks, be like, yo, listen, maybe like you can do something with the roster. But the first chance you want to bounce, you just want to bounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the first chance you get, you just want to bounce.
Yeah. Real quick, Jelani, appreciate you with Super Chat. Oh, it makes all sense now. Ben newly getting vaxxed.
I told y'all, bro. It's the bread. You gotta follow the breadcrumbs. Y'all not hearing me though. Y'all not hearing me when I broke it down. Y'all not hearing me.
No, bro. It's tough. Like
and here's what fries me. Now that your feathers are ruffled a little bit, you want to go and run to Philly. What's there for Philly other than you just getting a big paycheck? All because your feelings are hurt and you're a little frustrated.
Yeah.
And you think it's going bad over here? What do you think them Philly fans is going to do to you if you fuck around and have the same performances you have when you're here?
I mean, we don't even know if you can win with KD without Kyrie in the playoffs, right? We don't even know if you can win with Kyrie for away games. So you're just gonna go play with Joel? Like that's
and it's crazy, Julian. You said that the last time Harden was in the playoffs with us and he was fully healthy, he averaged 27, 11, and 8 on 50, 40, 90. Who is doing that? Who is doing that? And that came with playing alongside KD and Kyrie. Let's really look at it for what it is. I don't care where Harden is going. If he leaves, this was his best chance to get a ring.
Yeah,
this was his best chance.
Shout out to Jelani again.
Best chance.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not drunk, but I wouldn't leave KD for Embiid.
And to point out that, Chubbs, that just proves to you he came here ring chasing, bro. He didn't give a fuck about Kyrie. He didn't give a fuck about KD. You're supposed to be your best friends. You don't give a fuck about them. You just care about your ring. You know what I'm saying? You just care about your ring. You don't give a fuck about your friends. You know what I'm saying? If you cared about your friends, you would stick this through. You would stick this through if you cared about your friends. You know what I'm saying? So why would you just cared about a ring? You want a quick ring.
He has no ties to the city. Like he doesn't.
Yeah, like I said, last year you played great.
This was always a possibility.
Yeah, last year you played great. He played great, and then he didn't get the ring. He got hurt. Unfortunate. This year he thought he was going to get another quick ring with all the big three. Things happened with Kyrie. Okay, KD got hurt, and now you're going through some a patch.
Injury.
You want to bounce.
Last year was nobody's fault. It was straight injuries, and there was nothing you could do about last year. Last year was a fluke injury riddled situation. Chubbs, did you have more before I?
Yeah, I have more, and let me just get this perfectly clear. I respect Harden for coming back on a bum knee or bum hamstring, trying to win, trying to give us the best chance of trying to go to the dance.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we fell out, but you can tell all of us here together we can do something. And it's like, you want to go? Fine. Because mind you, there's not much we can do if you want to go, because there's no chance he comes back. I think he's done.
Yeah, I told you he's gone. I told you he's gone, bro. The Nets literally said last week we're not trading Harden, or we're not taking calls on Harden. He plays bad. He has the 4-point game, and then he has his right hand strain, comes back. Left hamstring tightness comes back. Left hamstring tightness comes back again. Plays bad, and then we see the Shams report. Nets are now opening to they're taking calls on Harden. There's something not right there, bro. He's gone.
Yeah, it's aggravating because, like, bro, it's like because you don't come here and you're not gonna have like KD and Kyrie the whole way through. It just aggravates me because it's not a cake. It's not a cakewalk anymore. So you want to leave. It's like,
yeah,
okay,
like,
bro, like earn your shit, bro. Earn your chip. Like, okay, like it's a little harder. It's not. You're not gonna walk your way there. Like it.
Mind you, Julian, this man Western Finals with Chris Paul and role players. No, he didn't have KD. He didn't have those other super. Chris Paul and role players. You went to the Western Conference Finals with Chris Paul and role players, but you want to quit on us because we get a part-time KD. I mean, a part-time Kyrie and KD, but you want to quit on us.
Let's even rewind back further. Even when he first just got there, and he was bringing teams that honestly had no business being the places they've been, and he still managed to carry them, no questions asked. Yeah. And I'm gonna just put these tidbits in there, and before I let my other co-host take it. This saying goes perfectly with what's happening. Everybody wants to shine, but doesn't want to put the work in. I don't care how y'all view KD's ring, how y'all view LeBron's ring, how any super team in this league. There's no such thing as an easy ring. None. You need to put the work in. You need to put the effort in.
The bubble ring. The bubble ring was kind
of the exception. The bubble ring.
At this point, even the bubble.
That bubble ring was easy, bro. You got half a season to rest your ass up and then go into a damn bubble.
The bubble ring, that's an anomaly. That never happened in NBA history. The bubble thing never happened in NBA history. It's an anomaly.
But here's the thing. It's gonna take a work ethic, and it's gonna take a very key thing that the next point I'm gonna get to, I have not seen this person do, and that's sacrifice. Every single championship winning team, there was sacrifices made. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest, after this, if we trade for Ben Simmons, cool, but there's still problems that, in my opinion, I have no problem if they go. I have no problem if Kyrie is gone. And I'm sorry, all Kyrie fans, I have no problem if he is gone. Let's really talk about it for what it is. Ever since Kyrie has came here, there has been some bullshit drama or some shit coming out every single year. Every single year. Whether it's blown out of proportion by the media, it's always something that either Kyrie just mishandled or didn't take the due diligence to try to go about it accordingly. Yeah. And when I come back to that word sacrifice, bro, Nobody is disagreeing with you that you have a right to your body. That is one of the main things you are given in this country. Your choice of what you want to put in your body. God bless America for that. But my thing is, you're getting paid $30 million for a goal, and that's to win a chip and a chance to win multiple chips. Yeah. And I'll be honest, we all crap on Harden. Yes, he's played bad. But in his 1 year he was here, he's done more effort to try to bring a chip to this team than Kyrie has. Let's talk about it for what it is.
Just so people know, we may be shitting on Harden a little bit, but we're also going to shit on Kyrie, but we're also going to give people their props when it's due.
Make sure you hit that like button too.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like button. If you missed the Harden talk, replay the stream. If you missed, you can replay. We broke down everything about Harden. Replay the stream.
This is not a one-way street. I'm sorry. The house is on fire. Nobody's safe. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a fact of life. Nothing is.
If you don't like it and you're too sensitive, go find a very soft-spoken YouTube show to go talk about your favorite player. Because I'm sorry, dude.
Nothing is given easy. That's a fact in life and in sports. It's gonna take a sacrifice, whether on the court or off the court. That's just the fact it is. Yeah. We all want the Nets to win. Of course, we all agree with Harden. It is frustrating. We do want to see the Nets healthy. Yeah. We do want to see the Nets get a good stretch where we terrorize the league.
He has a right to be mad. Yeah.
But here's the thing. We all have dreams what we want to see. I have a dream Beyonce to be my wife and Rihanna be my side chick. But guess what? That's we live in reality.
Real quick, shout out to Easy Money OJ. I appreciate the super chat and shout out to Jelani. He was dumping in
thank you, Jelani.
Bangers in there. But Easy Money said, I still think the Nets have leverage here. Sixers would need to strike now versus the offseason. I trust Marks will turn the situation into a pot. I know. I agree with you. But
let me respond to that. Yeah, like I said before, The leverage thing is a spicy thing. It's we're gonna get into that. It's a whole bunch of things. But like I said, you putting Sean Marks in a tough position. Harden doesn't like it here. He wants to leave. Now in the offseason, he could opt out and he could walk. So think about that. We gave up our future for this.
Mm-hmm.
We gave up our future for this man, yo. We gave up 4 first-round picks, swaps, 2 of our promising stars for this man, and we could lose him for nothing. So Sean Marks got to do something, bro. He's put in a tough position, and we might still have a little bit of leverage, but like I said, it's not looking good, bro.
I'm getting it.
I'll pass it to you, Saint, but let me just end it off on this.
Yeah. Warming up. Well, I'm gonna go get a beer. Please continue.
I'm saying we all want what's best. We all want this. But as a Saint, do you want to put that work in? You gotta put that work in to get what you want.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yes. And Harden, when the going gets tough and he's folding like this.
Yeah. Let me read this super chat. Big Q, thank you, bro. He said Brooklyn's expectation as a championship Phillies to make the playoff. Daryl Morey will not hold Honey Bun Harden accountable. Yeah, bro. Like I said, it's just quitting on us though. Like when you want to quit on us, and it's not like the most shocked thing I'm shocked about is like KD is one of your best friends. Like you literally grew up in OKC with KD, and now you want to do this? Like, come on, bro. Come on, Harden. Really, bro? Really? Just because you want a ring, you want a quick ring, you want to snap of the finger ring. That's what you're doing this for?
Get it, bro. You could still get it. Like
this is his best chance. Like I don't think people really. This is realistically Harden's best chance.
Yep.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like realistically,
if you think the 76ers is a better chance for him to win, you are. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even want to tell you what I think you are.
Yeah. And one last before I give it to say, great. You want to trade for Ben Simmons? Cool. He gives us rebounding, gives us playmaking. But just understand
defense too.
Yeah, we get the defense, we get the playmaking, get the rebounding. But just understand there's still going to be problems with this team. And until I see certain things fixed, like I've mentioned with what I said, I don't think we're going anywhere soon. Ben Simmons or not. And Saint, you can take it to floor.
All right. Listen, I got to preface this by talking to the Kyrie stands and the Harden stands. Because ever since, real quick, Sean Bills, appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
No teams had the bread to sign him outright. It'd be a sign and trade. He's stuck. But if he wants to leave, ship him out for the king's ransom.
Yeah, that's the leverage we still have. That's a little bit of leverage we still have that they were talking about.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of leverage.
I want Sean Marks to remember he is in the driver's seat here. And he needs to not forget that and not give in. And I even will say this: if that means not trading Harden and going forward and waiting till the offseason to move that man, then.
But you think you can still recover from this? You think the team will rock with him after wanting to quit on us and then coming back?
I think they're going to do their due. If the reports are 100% correct, like we're all assuming and all thinking about, they're going to do their due diligence to move this guy. I have all confidence if that's the case. Like if Harden really wants out, I think you do it sooner than late. Like, but listen, bro, I'm still taking this, like, even though in my heart of hearts and what I've seen and my logic tells me like this is probably going to happen, I can't in good conscience go 100% in and say it is because you never fucking know what's going to happen, dude. Right. But there's a ton of factors and a ton of points that are pointing to it's going to happen, right? Yeah. So we can assume on that sense. But the thing is I just don't want Sean Marks to forget he's in the driver's seat. Yeah. And it's like that James Harden. God bless
that man, by the way, too. Yeah, prayers for Sean Marks.
James Harden is more valuable to the 76ers than it is to us.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. As much as and I will even say this before I go on my spiel, that I'm not advocating to trade James Harden. I don't want him gone. I want him to stay here.
None of us want him gone. That's the crazy
part.
Because
I think James Harden with Kyrie and KD is unfucking stoppable. You've heard just about every team, every sports announcer, fanatic fans of other teams tell you straight up, yo, if the Nets are healthy, nobody's beating them, right? Did we just forget that? I don't want to lose that. Yeah, we lose Harden, somebody else comes in. We still got a chance to get there, but I mean, I'm sorry. Healthy James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and KD is fucking unstoppable. Sorry.
Bottom line.
At the end of the day, I don't care what your personal feelings are about players. That is an unstoppable combination, dude. And everybody knows it. Exactly, world. And you saw what we did against the fucking Bulls. Look at that bench, dude. When they panned onto that bench and DeMar DeFrozen was straight, his face was frozen. He was like, what the hell just smacked me in the damn face? Right? Like, so I'm going to say that first. The next thing I'm going to go on to is Kyrie stands and Harden stands that at the drop of anything we have said tonight, because I've been watching the chat, and some of y'all, and I'm not pointing out names because I don't want to do that, but some of y'all are emotional people that like can't handle smoke of any kind or any negative talk about your man and your narrative. And you are part of the problem that is with this team. And then from a fan base, right? Like, I'm sorry. I'm a Nets fan, but you stands that just came here because your man got here don't really give a shit about this Nets team. Because as soon as Harden leaves, half y'all are not even going to be on this channel watching. You're going to be on the 76.
I already said it before, y'all. It's okay. If you want to subscribe,
right? You know what's
if you're a Harden stan and you want to subscribe,
and if you were a Kyrie stan, you're not going to be here either. You know, so I'm just like, the only stands that I'm like been enjoying is the KD stands, because you all are chill as hell, like not emotional, can take criticism. But KD don't leave. KD doesn't leave.
That's because he don't do nothing wrong.
He don't quit on teams, bro.
KD out there making excuses. KD's out there putting in work. Man came back from all the injuries they did to put in work and sign an extension with no problem. Got the vaccination with no problem. No sign of quit since it's been getting tough, right? Like, y'all Harden and Kyrie people need to be like KD stands, and then Kyrie and Harden need to look at KD and go, how can I be more like that? That's my true feelings, right? Like, I've had it with stands, dude. And right now this is called World War III between Kyrie and Harden stands.
It's the war of stands. So that's Twitter is the war of stands. Right now on Twitter, you go on that Twitter right now. It's the war of stands.
It's not even Twitter, but it's even here. Like, you're seeing it in chat. I mean, it's like, listen, bro, like, I'm done. There was a lot of shit that I said in the beginning of the season. And this is why I'm taking the filter off, because the house is on fire right now, and there's a lot of problems, and there's a lot of people in this team and decisions they've made that are part to blame for why this is happening. Real quick, I'll say this. Shout out to Sean Bills again. KD signed through 2026. I'm okay. True Nets fans, I remember having Jorman Farmar as a starter. We'll be fine. Thank you. Shout out to you. Yes. So with that being said, I'm going to take Kyrie first, and then I'm going to go to Harden, because we've been talking about Harden, right? I'm going to separate. I'm not going to attack Kyrie's skills. I'm not going to attack his ability to make a decision for himself and his body. I'm not going to get into the stupid COVID dumb shit mandate, all the crap that's the politics of that.
New York City.
I have said things early on this season that even my co-hosts gave me shit about. Entertaining the idea of trading Harden for Simmons, entertaining the idea of Kyrie and what it looks like if for some reason I'm not. Hey, Dojan, Nash ain't escaping my fire. He's just the last piece of shit I want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm looking at it like you go back to certain times in the season when I saw red flags and we talked about it, and I tried to bring up what ifs. And people are like, nah, I don't want it. And AJ will say it. And I love AJ, but I remember AJ in my ear. I can hear his voice. No, I don't want to talk about that. No. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, right? Like, how many times did we hear you say that to me, bro? Like, that I want to talk about it, bro. I want to talk about the games. But I tried to warn you, is my point. Yeah. Somebody told me I should change my name to Saint Stradamus, right? Because there was some shit that I said in here that people came at me out of their neck, yelling at me for even talking about things. And now we're sitting here talking about the very same things that I tried to bring up, right? So I'm done being nice and sensitive to certain fans, right? So the Kyrie thing, I already told you what I'm not going to bag on him for. But I will say this. when it comes to Kyrie told you point blank to your face that there are other things more important than basketball. That was the first thing that you should have seen, the red flag that he basically told you, which is his right, but you should take as, listen, I'm telling you right now, this team is not my priority. My body is my priority and what I choose to do. Great. I'm behind you on that. But that's mark number one. That shows me he's not locked in, and this team is, that means his teammates and this team are not his number one priority. As a Nets fan, hey, you can have your personal decisions and your personal thing, but I'm here to watch basketball and watch my team win. I want dudes that are locked in and this is their priority. And just about everybody else on that team put the team and their players and the partners, like people they're playing with, number one. He was the only one that didn't do it, right? But that's his choice. And that leads to my second point. Kyrie, everybody has had a choice in this whole thing when it's come to COVID like mandates, getting the vaccine, like the Nets playing them, not playing them, and that is the facts, right? New York made their decision, put out the mandates, said act accordingly. Now go do what you got to do. It then came to the players, get vaccinated. And unfortunately, it is stupid. Unlike other states, New York has it different than other places. Hey, if you want to play here, bro, you got to get vaccinated. Everybody lined up. That is the second thing with Kyrie. Kyrie made his own decision to not get vaccinated. His choice, yes. But guess what? That choice comes with consequences. The third thing, out of his own mouth, when I made the decision to not get vaccinated, I was not prepared for the consequences of my decision. If you don't believe he said that, go find the video. Okay? So Kyrie's decision in this does affect the team.
It does.
It does. And the Nets had a choice. The Nets chose to sit him. Yeah. And then they realized, hey, we need him. But guess what?
Let me add this too, Saint, with your point. Again, before Kyrie was offered the extension, he declined it. But like I said, we have a source that's told us that the Nets, along with the extension, the Nets basically said, if you want the extension, you got to get vaxxed.
I wouldn't even say it's a source, but it's also common sense, bro. Like,
yeah. If you want, they told Kyrie, Kyrie's like, bro, because Kyrie wants to stay here. That he doesn't want to be anywhere else but Brooklyn. He brought everybody here. He loves it here. He doesn't want to leave. But and that's where like you got to get vaxxed, and then we'll extend you. Kyrie was like, wait, I want to extend. But I don't want to do. I don't want to do that vax
There's
thing.
No way. Because I'm sorry, but then Kyrie would have signed an extension by now if the Nets didn't have some sort of stipulation.
If that mandate never happened, Kyrie would have signed it aside on it. If the New York City mandate happened, Kyrie would have
guaranteed it, right? And you can get mad at me. Hey, KGT, a shout out to you. We are getting to Steve Nash. I'm not done. I have a list. The house is on fire, and I have a list of complaints. Yeah. And I'm just going in the order.
Steve is just the face, bro. He's just the Brooklyn mascot, bro. He's the Brooklyn mascot.
Nash is not Mitch, and even Claxton's getting some smoke. Ooh, even Claxton.
Oh yeah, he needs some
smoke
tonight.
Even this man right here, he getting some smoke tonight.
Chill.
Take that down. Claxton's getting some smoke too. No, take that down. All right, so because right now the only GOAT is this man right here. This is the only GOAT right now. So, all right, to get through my point, and I'll make it quicker because you guys brought up a lot of the things about Harden. So that's my issue with Kyrie. I have no issues with his personal life. I have no issues with his on-court play, but the man made a decision. He told you that basketball wasn't his number one priority. And whether Kyrie fans or Kyrie stans or people that just want to be like, Kyrie can do no wrong. He's perfect in every way. Look at him. He's so cute. Like, if you want to do that shit, bro, like, listen, his decisions do play a part in what's affecting this team right now. Whether you like it or not, Kyrie's decisions do play a part in the troubles the Nets are having. He is part of one of the reasons why this house is on fire. And we could get into so many different ways of having to go back and forth because, and this is my point, and I'll end on Kyrie. Everybody said the way game Kyrie was going to be magical and it was going to be amazing and it was going to fix our problems. Well, guess what? What's the record with Kyrie back playing away games? And I don't care about KD and I don't care about Harden. That experiment is not working as well as everybody's making it out to be. And guess what? We don't know what's going to happen. We've heard Kyrie say, "I'm not getting vaccinated." We've put a nail in the coffin on the fines. We've put a wash on the mandates. Those are all but dead right now, and the exemption. If dude was going to get exemption from a doctor, been and done by now. So we are potentially looking at having Kyrie away the rest of the season into the playoffs. And if you don't think that's a problem, I'm sorry, you're not paying attention. And you're only trying to push your narrative about Kyrie. I'm done with Kyrie. I don't want him to leave, but I'll let you.
I don't want Kyrie to leave either. I
don't want Kyrie to leave, but Kyrie does play a part in this. But
go
on before I go on to my Harden.
Yeah, and Saint, not to be the asshole to say I told you so, but I remember very avidly saying Kyrie coming back part-time was going to be worse.
No, and I told you, didn't I say in the beginning that
we were the best road team in the NBA when he came back. We were the best road team in the NBA, but then things got bad.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, it's not working either, though. But the other aspect of that is, I even said early on, you're telling me when I was defending the Nets for making the decision to sit him, was like, you really want a struggling coaching staff like Steve Nash and everybody else to have to sit there and try to figure out two different game plans between home and away. And then once somebody goes down, you see how worse that even gets. Like, I was never a fan of that from the beginning, but
okay. Saint, timeout. So ask me this to the super chat. What has Kyrie done to this team that generally pushed it to a level of success? Kyrie by himself with role players barely could get into a 5 seed. Harden with just role players kept us maintaining into the top 3 seed and was putting up MVP numbers. Kyrie over most of his time with the Nets, or let's go last season, found every out to just not play basketball. What player really just gets up and says, "No, I'm good"?
And this is the part too that pisses me off. You need to listen. Like, Empire, if you're talking to me, you need to listen to what I'm saying. Like, I want Kyrie, but can we stop pussyfooting around? Like, people, like, if you say something negative about what their decisions have done to affect the team, that you're a hater. It's like, bro, every one of us on this channel right now, even in the chat, have made decisions that our friends and family have not agreed with, but still love us and like us. What? All of a sudden, that doesn't like pertain to Kyrie and Harden. It's like, I'm sorry, y'all. Some of you need to grow up and stop being so damn sensitive, because like, whether you like it or not, Kyrie's decisions affect the team. Whether you agree with them or not, it does. Point blank. Take all personal opinions out. He made a decision, told you basketball is not his number one priority. That's not a hater. I'm just repeating the truth. I'm not going to go deep into Harden because you two have already kind of really covered a lot of it. But the things I will say is that it's really hard to swallow what Harden's doing. I pause. It's really hard. It's really hard to accept what Harden's doing right now.
Yeah.
After how much I really like, because he came here with people talk. Oh, you go ahead.
Read these super chats. Read the super chats coming in. Duke of Quail, thank you for super chat. He said, "This is not panic mode. Worried? Yes, but not crazy. We have KD out of Kyrie and Harden. He is the only one who can carry a team. I trust Sean Marks. Thank you. That is all facts, bro." Next super chat, Zushio said, "Chubbs, chill, brother. We can't rely on Kyrie or Harden right now. Start Thomas till the playoffs."
Huh?
You gotta chill, Zoo. You gotta chill.
Thomas.
Zoo, you gotta chill.
I hope you mean Isaiah Thomas. I don't know what Thomas.
Shout out to Sean. I am on one tonight, bro.
The difference between Kyrie and Harden, though, Kyrie wants to be here. Kyrie, like I said, I could see Kyrie, like, I think Kyrie loves it so much here. I think he would retire here. That's how much I think he loves being in his hometown.
I'm still not happy that, like,
Harden wants to leave, though. That's the difference. Kyrie wants to be here.
Kyrie only wants to be here on away games.
He said he wants to. No, I don't mean just the way. I'm talking about being in Brooklyn, being for his. He wants to win a ring for his hometown. If he didn't want to be here, I don't think he would have chose here and brought KD here. If he didn't want to, like, this is his home.
Yeah, so
that's why I think Kyrie's like he has his problems, but at the end of the day, it's like he doesn't want to be anywhere else. Harden, he's like, no, I'm out. Like every team he goes to, he's like, I'm out.
I have a problem with Kyrie talking about his legacy too. Like, I just like, come on, bro. Like, outside of your one championship with LeBron James and your great efficiency and your stat lines, like, you need a lot of work before you have this legacy that you're talking about, right? And I hope going forward, if he stays, we can finally have a year without any kind of drama. I'm kind of done with the Kyrie thing. Like, I've been biting my tongue about it, but it's like I found the happy medium with Kyrie. Love and respect what he does for his decisions. I love watching him play basketball, but at the same time, I'm just not like the Nets are not his priority. And I'm a Net fan and I want to win a chip. So that's where I'm looking for, right? Like, if you want to go do what you got to do, then go do it. So, but all right, with Harden, I'm not really going to say but a couple things because you, Chubbs, knocked it out of the park. I have a lot of respect for Harden and what he did last year, how he came in, carried this team, showed heart in the playoffs. Like, I cannot argue with that, right? But like this year, clearly things have not looked good for Harden, right? Like, he has not been the Harden that we've expected. And it really started, like, I can agree with, like, dude has been frustrated with foul calls, with
the rule change.
The league. Yeah, like the rule changed. Like, the league has come down on Harden. I've watched this man get beat up night in, night out, not get calls. So I have to, like, on his defense, I have to look at it and be like, yo, dude is not getting like the respect that he should, especially from the league and the refs. And that's got to frustrate you, right? Like, and then people will be like, oh, quit complaining, Harden, just get it. It's like, dude, how about I, for 40 minutes, just smack you on your arms, head, and arms and leg, like wherever I can hit you. And you just got to take it for 40 minutes. And the guy that's supposed to be like calling the fouls on you and protecting you is like swallowing his whistle and not even doing shit about it. Right. Like, and KGT, did we read this out? A shout out to him.
He said, AJ, to be honest, his goal is to help the world, not win championships. He always said he loves playing b-ball, but there are other bigger things in the world.
Yes.
I mean, that's true. I think like he does, like I said, he has, like Saint said before, basketball might not be his number one thing. But at the end of the day, like, I think Kyrie rather stop playing basketball than leave the Nets. I think it's at that point. You know what I'm saying? I think he's at that point where he loves it here so much. If he went somewhere else, he would retire. I think it would really, and he might say, no, I don't want to retire. But I feel like if he went somewhere else, then he would retire. Like, he loves it here that much. Yeah. And I think the difference between Kyrie and Harden too is KD is not going to let Kyrie, like, I don't think he's not going to let Kyrie go. He's not going to let Kyrie go. He's protected. He's protected. He's protected. He's not going to let Kyrie go.
And listen, dude, Max Stan, pre the rule changes, I would agree with you. But what you're saying is disingenuous because he has been, like, if you want to use that, let's talk about Giannis, who literally runs in like a linebacker and runs into everybody and gets every freaking call he wants, right? So let's not even. Then let's look at the Warriors game where Curry's initiating contact all the time.
Yeah, and
getting the calls all the time. Yeah. So listen, I get it. Like, Harden had to work through that, but I've watched this man get just beat going into the middle of the lane. Not so much on the perimeter because I do believe he has declined there, but like, especially going in, dude is like taking slaps and hits, and there's plenty of video to back it up. So listen, this is the problem I have with Harden. He does have a record of when he doesn't get what he wants or is unhappy or things get too tough, he does force him way out. Maybe this one is not as vocal as it was in Houston, but the fact that you're like, and this is the other thing. If it, like, Harden fans are trying to say it's all because of Kyrie. Well, it's just like, this is part of the problem with how things are. Like, I wish people would just say the reasons why they are instead of like trying to not look bad. Like, I'm sure it's a myriad of things, but I have a problem with Harden coming here, saying all the things that AJ said, making it sound like this is where I want to be. I don't see myself anywhere else. We gave up the boat to get him. Yada, yada, yada.
Our future, bro. We give up our future and your man, Jared Allen. We give up Jared Allen and Karis LeVert for Harden to leave in 1 year.
Yeah.
Think about that, bro.
That's where I get irritated. But I'm more coming from this angle. Listen, I wanted Kyrie here. I want Harden here. But if somebody doesn't want to be where they are for whatever the dumb reason is, or not whatever it is, Kyrie, not Kyrie, if it's Steve Nash, listen, if somebody doesn't want to be here, goodbye. right? It's the same shit you would say to the girl that doesn't want to be with you anymore. Somebody doesn't want to be your friend. Like somebody doesn't want to be on your team at school. Like you don't want to be part of chess club anymore, whatever the fuck it is. Like if you don't want to be here, then goodbye. Because my goal as a Nets fan is wanting to see this team get better and do better and work and get everybody that's on the same page, right? Because I look at it this way. If the problems are there in the Nets and you remove Harden as one of the potential issues, guy doesn't want to be there, okay, move him on. Well, guess what? Now once Harden's out of the picture, you're going to expose what other issues are there with the Nets.
Yeah.
And that's what I would rather have. If it winds up being Kyrie, we'll deal with Kyrie when it's Kyrie's turn. If it's Steve Nash, we'll deal with Steve Nash when it's Steve Nash's turn. Like, I'm
with the Kyrie situation. Okay, Harden, and all the Harden stands. Oh, it's all because of Kyrie, but it's like, bro, we're paying you $48 million. Like, be a professional and play.
Yeah,
be a professional and give effort at least, bro. Be a professional.
Do you really want to pay? And that's the other thing. If I'm honest. Remember when I brought up not making the trade for James Harden and I wish we could have kept everybody else and you guys all laughed at me? Remember that? Well, Jared Allen's looking really good right now. I'm just saying.
Be a professional and play, bro. That's like you. Yeah,
my dude's looking real. The fro is looking beautiful right
now. I said we would have won last year, probably.
Be professional and play. Don't do this games to play game shit like you're ducking the team. You're not playing hard. Like you're losing game. Stop doing this, bro. Just if you want to be real, be a man and just say, yo, I don't want to be here, and tell us from jump. Say that from jump. Don't come out and start doing this.
Shout out to shit, bro. We need Simmons, Seth, D'Angelo, Jeff, and appreciate you, Savianko. I will say yes, but I also think the Nets could have done really well even without Kyrie.
We still had our culture. We still had our culture. We still had young players. Like we had young stars. We still had young stars.
You wouldn't have done like KD, Kyrie, Harden well though. But it would.
We wouldn't have been like, but we still would have been on the come up.
I think you still could have got KD without Kyrie.
Think about it. We still had Jared. We had Dinwiddie, and we had Jared.
Just KD to the Nets.
No, I'm just saying. Like, listen, the word was already out. The word was already out from the league. When we had Jared Dudley here, there was interviews given. There were other veterans that were on the team, and they were giving interviews, and they all came out and said, "Yo, Brooklyn is building something beautiful." And he said, I've had repeated conversations with top players in the league and veterans about what it's like being in the organization and how good. And they all came out and said, yo, Brooklyn's going to be on top soon.
Okay.
Like,
and that's without the stars, I think would be a playing team right now.
That was before yes. Yeah.
And that's without the stars, right? Without KD, Kyrie, with just the young core that we had, we would have been I think we would have been a playing team right now, or like at least the 8th seed right now. I'll bank on that. With Karras, Jared, if we kept everybody, I think without the stars, we'd be in the East. Like I said, in the West, the West would be terrible, but in the East, we'll be a playing. We'll be a playing.
It's a playoff.
People that say this, what proof do you have? How do you know that?
I'm not gonna lie. Wherever Kyrie went, Cade was gonna.
But it's not bro, not necessarily.
Right. That's probably the only good thing Kyrie has done.
Katie's not coming.
Kyrie brought him here, bro.
Katie's not coming here, Nate.
He may have brought him here to say that we could not have entertained him if Kyrie and him weren't wanting to talk. You're telling me that if they never talked and they wanted to come here. Like,
I think the Nets wanted KD first. I think the Nets didn't want Kyrie. I think the Nets wanted they wanted KD first.
They wanted KD, but they knew what it needed to be done to get
either way, we were going to attract people. Whether it was KD, Kyrie together, whatever, other players, we were going to we were going to get players. I'm going to be done with the Harden thing. If you don't want to be here, then go. Right? Time to move on. Goodbye. I don't care what the reason is. I don't care if it's Kyrie. I don't care if it's Steve Nash. I don't care if it's rotations. I don't give a fuck what the reason is. If you want to quit on us and go somewhere else and you think it's going to be better in Philly, good luck with that. Have a nice try because you're walking away from your best chance right now.
Yeah.
So if you're that stupid, go enjoy stupid in Philly. So I'm done with that. I'm going to kick it back to you guys about Nash because, and I will say this about Nash and I will shut up. Why you would want to give, it's like the team that they, like when they hired Nash, It was like giving a 16-year-old kid a Ferrari with shift paddles for your first car. It's like, why would you want to give such a gift of Kyrie, KD, all the role players that we had, and then eventually turns into Harden? Why would you want to give that to a rookie-ass coach that has no coaching experience whatsoever? And I don't care how good of a point guard you are. Why would you want to give somebody that doesn't know what the hell he's doing?
Yeah.
Hey, and KD even said, I think I know what you're going to say. All right, Chubbs? KD already, like, if Kai goes to the Knicks, KD, no. Stop.
The Knicks are uncool. Don't bring them Knicks talking here. The Knicks are uncool.
KD even flamed some dude on national, like on a video where he said something about coming to the Knicks, and he's like, I don't want to come to that trash ass team.
Want to come in. Even Kyrie didn't want to go. Kyrie is Jersey bred. You think Kyrie Jersey bred is going to choose the X? The X.
Yeah. Let me just say this, and I'll give it to you, Chubbs. I'm not going to say anything else. Why you would want to give Nash this gift is beyond me. The dumbest decision like Sean Marks hasn't made too many dumb decisions, but this to me was the dumbest fucking decision Sean Marks has ever done as a GM, was giving Steve Nash the keys to this like Ferrari and saying, go win me a championship. And we've had plenty of shit.
Bring that tweet. Bring that. Share your screen. Share your screen. This is what I'm not even gonna say much about Nash because he's a mascot.
Well, hold on, like let me just point out, because this comment is wild to me, and this is just showing the ignorance that these stands have. Will to unify. Let me be honest. You're stupid. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. You're just stupid. If you're genuinely going to look at what Kyrie has done throughout the whole time as a net and see the problems he's given versus what Harden has bring in such a short time as managed to find more success as a net versus Kyrie Irving, that's not media bullshit if it's right in front of you. Y'all like to have little rose glasses in front of y'all just to see the shit y'all don't want to see, as if like y'all. Here's how bad it is. Y'all are so used to a player that's perfectly healthy taking random days off. And what did Kyrie say? He said this is a 9-to-5 job to him. Let me get it. If this is a 9-to-5, anybody that's worked a 9-to-5, if you're working part-time, if you're working a part-time on a full-time job, do you get fired?
Yes.
You're getting fired.
How much nice would it be to say, hey, I still get to make $17 million? And
I love Kyrie, but Chill's name, he's not lying, bro. He's not lying about that. Like I said, 2019, 2020, Kyrie was out for that shoulder. He was done. 2020. Remember, he went MIA. What was it for 20, 30, 25 games or 30 games? He was MIA. Harden ended up getting traded. He came back. Right. Well, how much was it, Julian? I love Kyrie, but I gotta get you. Gotta.
It was a 6-game stretch.
But you know what it is?
It was 6 games.
Kyrie makes decisions. As much as I don't like hate on like his personal decisions, religious, this and that. But I will say this: Kyrie makes decisions that make him being a full-time, consistent, somebody that you can rely on basketball player difficult. And that's part of my problem. I love what he stands for. I love the stuff he does outside of basketball. He's a great human. Cannot deny that. But bro, I'm watching basketball, a make-believe game that means really nothing in the grand scheme of things. I buy merch. I want to watch my team win. But you're out here, like, if you're not going to be invested full time, like, I'm sorry, that's not like, how can you get mad at somebody that wants somebody that's here full time?
Yeah, and let me reiterate the point.
I mean, really, what are we doing here?
But let me just reiterate the point I said earlier, because it's like some of y'all in the chat don't get it. It don't matter what roster you have. You need to put the work in if you really want to win the championship. Nothing is just guaranteed because you got all this talent. That's why Kyrie being part-time is not good enough.
Ridiculous, bro.
You need to be here full-time or not at all. This takes all look at every single super team, big three, champion, multi-winning team. It took work ethic. Kobe Bryant, perfect example. It took sacrifices, work ethic, and it paid off. What has Kyrie done as a sacrifice or a work ethic to show that he wants to win a chip here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
the only thing I was gonna say is if I were to be like a troll or a devil's advocate, I would say Kyrie bringing KD here. There's nothing on the court though. But Kyrie bringing
Hey,
KD
but
here trumps what Harden has done. That's the only. If I
listen,
wanted to be a troll, I would say that. But
WTM,
everything else on the court, like I said,
Yeah.
Harden has had a little bit more success.
yeah.
Than
And listen, WTM, yes, some of my co-hosts were very happy about, and I'm not mentioning names, like you know who they are. We're very happy about part-time Kyrie, this and that, yada yada yada. I was one of those people that was like,
okay, wait, hold
let's
on.
see.
I was happy about part-time Kyrie, but this is before KD got hurt. This is before KD.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't tell me
everything.
KD was gonna be out for a month. Y'all didn't tell me that when it said
No,
part-time Kyrie.
we're gonna also try to end this stream on a positive
Y'all
note.
didn't tell me KD was gonna be hurt and Harden was gonna dip. Y'all didn't tell me.
But listen.
Y'all didn't tell me Harden was gonna dip and Kyrie and KD's gonna be hurt for a month. Y'all didn't tell me.
That's true. And I will say this before we move on to this Steve Nash, Tim Ryan, Kyrie still had a choice whether there was the mandates or not, yes or no. He still had an opportunity to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated. He made a decision. New York made a decision. The Nets made a decision. Other players on the team, every other player except Kyrie decided to make the sacrifice and put the team first. Kyrie made a decision to put his body first. That is not a knock on Kyrie. It is just a simple fact in his own words. So you can keep blaming the mandates and say that Kyrie didn't have a choice, which is dumb. Listen, everybody hates the mandates, but dude still had a choice. And you can't sit there and say, no, he didn't have a choice. Yes, he did. He chose what he wanted. Enough of that. But Nash, this is what me and AJ were dying when we saw this. So they asked him before the game about the difficulties.
This was this morning. I think this was this morning, right?
Yeah, this was the morning. Before, not too long before the Harden news dropped. And they were asking him about the difficulties of things. And this was Nash's response. These opportunities can be great for us. Really face adversity. Find solutions. Dig out of a hole. I love this shit.
Yeah,
that's what I had.
You see what I was replying with the Discord? You see how
that's what I had to do many, many times to have a career.
Y'all understand that? This just proves how out of touch Nash is, right?
Yes.
This morning they asked Nash, how do you feel about losing 5 or 6 games in a row? Oh, I love the adversity. I love this shit. Mind you, this is the morning. This is the morning. This is the morning, right? This is before the Harden news broke. This is before Harden said, I'm not playing tonight. He said, I love this shit. We went on spaces. We're like positivity, blah, 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 blah. Boom, boom, boom. Harden wants out. I'm like, what? Steve Nash, you talking about I love this shit, and Harden wants to leave.
I just
what?
What is this? What are you talking about? I feel like he's doing this. Like, I love this shit.
Like, and it's like honestly, like reading that, and it's just like I'm thinking of that scene in that Temptations movie. No one came to see you. Like, no one came to see you, Otis. Who cares what Steve Nash thinks? At this point in time. Who cares what Steve Nash?
That's what I'm telling you, bro. Nash is just he's just a PR, he's just a mascot, he's just a PR face of the Nets, bro.
I got a question. I got a question. I've seen somebody say it's not Steve Nash's fault. I've heard it's not Harden's fault. It's not Kyrie's fault. Let's fucking see. Like, then whose fault is it? Right? Because I don't get this shit. This is the point of like the house is on fire. There are red flags everywhere. And some of us have been screaming about the red flag, saying the Kyrie part-time shit's not going to be good. Something's up with Harden. Nash is a fucking bozo. Shout out to Jay Aish. And there's always some cricket in the background going, well, it's not his fault, you know, and offering up no response or no solution, or they just want to point the finger across the other ring. Here's a novel fucking idea. It's all their fucking faults. Imagine that. Imagine multiple people having a fuck up on the team.
That's too much logic for people, man. That's
Imagine that.
Too much. They're not ready for that, bro. They're not hearing you, bro. They're not ready for that.
My God, come on, people.
I can't believe Nash said that in the morning, and then all this news. Now we're talking about Harden leaving. Nash said I love this shit in the morning, and now we're having a Harden going away stream. Like, just think about that, y'all. Like, I love this shit in the morning.
Front. I'm thinking of this skit playing in my head. It's not even a skit. It was a stand-up for Dave Chappelle. This is the equivalent of who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks. Who cares what Steve Nash thinks at a time like this, bro?
Who cares about Steve, bro? Steve is out of touch with it, bro. He's just there. He's just like a placeholder. Steve is a placeholder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna stop getting upset about Steve because I know how it is. Like, I just accepted he's not gonna go anywhere. He's just a placeholder. He's the coach. Like I said, he's a placeholder. That's all I'm gonna say.
I honestly think, and this is how I do believe, and I think we should end when we end the stream, right? Is I do believe we should try to end it like I tried to start the fucking day on. Excuse me,
positivity.
On positivity. Like, we got to look for a silver lining in this. We've got to look for the way out, right? Like, we've got to see because I'm not one of those people. Shout out to Zushino. We kind of talked about Cam in the beginning. He may wind up in
Cam.
Yeah, like we may talk about him but I think we should really end
on
say
that for another stream.
On a way out of here. But like, listen, guys, the house is on fire, and there's a lot of reasons the house is on fire.
If you don't think a change is coming in the next couple of days, you are an idiot. There's things are changing. Something's gonna happen. Things is gonna go on. I don't know. If you don't think something's coming, you a fool. Something is gonna happen on this team. There's gonna be a big change. Bro. You know what I'm saying? A change is coming. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Something's going down. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going to go down, but something's going to happen. Yeah.
And I've heard no viable fixes to the problem, right? I've heard nothing but finger pointing. I've seen Harden stands get their butt hurt. I'm seeing Kyrie stands get their butt hurt. I'm seeing like maybe the 3 people that think Nash is a good coach get their butt hurt. Like, everybody's got in their sensitive feelers ignoring the bigger picture right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
something's gonna happen. Hold on, let me read this. Thank you, KJ. He said, hold on, these comments going fast. My thoughts, problems. 1, KD equals injuries. 2, Harden's persistence. 3, Kyrie sacrifice. 4, Steve Nash can coach, plus not a leader. You summed it up. I mean, those are the problems we have right now. Shout out to KJT Kim. Y'all. Another one? I don't see that one.
Savionko.
Oh, I see it. He said, Sav said, I know I disagree at times, but I love you guys. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button, y'all. We really, like I said, this is a stressful night. I was emotional. Like I said, this morning, I hop on Twitter with Saint, and I had a great feeling, like I had a great feeling like things are going to turn around. And I really was looking for it. I didn't want to do this about Harden. I didn't want to do this stream about Harden. I didn't think this was all going to happen. I didn't think he was going to leave or quit on us. I didn't think he was going to quit on us.
Bro,
and
it just can
I say something? I can remember when we did our James Harden outfit on the thing when he was wearing a trash bag.
Oh yeah.
This now has a different meaning right now.
Oh my God!
I just realized this photo has.
We made this picture for a reason. We made this picture for a reason.
Was this speaking the truth, the future?
Yeah, bro.
Was this something that we created and it was speaking future?
I was stressed the whole day, bro. At work, I was stressed. I could barely watch the Utah game because I was thinking about this hard stuff. I could barely watch the game tonight. I was just so stressed. About the Utah game. Exactly. I'm just thinking about this Harden quitting. And I'm like, I couldn't even. It disgusted me. It gave me disgust.
When Steve Nash said he loves this shit, was this the face he was making?
Definitely.
So you think Steve Nash was Harden gone? Because as soon as he said I love this shit, Harden was out. Like Harden was like, I'm out of here. It's like,
and by the way, Steve Nash is one of the worst liars I have ever seen. Because when they started asking him questions about, I can try and go find those tweets. When they started asking him about Harden before,
they were asking about Harden. He was like, he has a deficit in him. Bro, he looked like he was trying to lie his ass off. But you can tell these injuries. Like I said, make sure when y'all see these injuries, because I want to tell the Harden stands this, right? These Harden stands, he's really getting treatment. He's really straining his. Harden hurt his right hamstring. The right hamstring is the one that he got the grade 2 on. Now this left hamstring that they're saying tightness, right? They're saying tightness. I just want to make sure y'all say they're saying tightness. Just don't believe everything y'all see in reports and what the Nets are saying. The Nets hide injuries from us. The Nets told us Joe Harris had a flare-up. Steve Nash was like, oh, Joe Harris is having a couple flare-ups, right? He'll be all right. His agent came out and said he might need a second surgery. The Nets don't tell us the truth. So it's like, now y'all want to believe Harden really has a hamstring strain after the Nets don't tell us the truth when it comes to injuries? Like, come on, y'all gotta think. Y'all gotta think. Like, come on, son. Y'all want to? Harden's really hurt, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta just think, bro. Like, just something.
And Claxton, bro. I'm done with that dude.
So, nah,
I'm done with
my
Wet
son,
Brett, bro.
My son Claxton pulled a Harden tonight.
Yeah, Harden's like,
bro, you mean
yeah.
Hamstring tightness.
He's like, yo, Harden's not playing. Left the game 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I got a hamstring. I got a hamstring issue too. Can I be included for that trade to 76ers, please, guys?
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. The medical team of the Brooklyn Nets, I can't even think about them, bro. Like they might be the.
I'm done with wet burrito, bro. I'm done with wet bread.
The medical team of the Brooklyn Nets, I can't believe anything, bro. I can't believe it.
Why Claxton didn't play?
Hey.
He played, but they said like he left. He was questionable to return with hamstring, and then he came on the bench.
Dresses like this, bro.
Yo,
take
that down, bro.
Any man that dresses like this, bro. Or like this.
Don't do that. Don't do that to Claxton.
Or like this.
Don't do that to Claxton, bro.
Anybody that dresses like that, bro, has got to go. I'm done with
like low key, like he been carrying us, so it probably makes sense.
Yo, thank you, Julian.
He carried one game.
He carried his last game. Y'all don't want to hear me though. Y'all don't want to hear that.
James Johnson
career high last game.
Don't forget, James Johnson carried us.
No, listen, right?
Claxton had his career high.
He's so busy being the best player on the team that he just his leg got hurt. His leg tightened up. He was like,
he carried his last game.
He was like, my leg hurt.
Nah, y'all don't gotta be mad at Claxton. Claxton didn't cost us our future, and Karis. Claxton didn't cost us Karis LeVert and Jared Allen in our future. Claxton didn't cost us that though. He didn't cost us that.
He shouldn't have sat out. He tweaking.
I'm done with wet bread, bro. I'm done with him.
You know, he's done.
I'm ready for Dayron.
Realistically, he's cooked. Like let's not, bro. He can barely play 5 games.
You watching this? I love you, bro.
He can barely play 5 games. Embiid is more healthy than him. Let that sink in.
That's it. As long as you don't do this in the playoffs, just don't do this in the playoffs, Clax. Don't do this in the playoffs, Clax. Just stay healthy for the playoffs. That's all I care about, Clax.
Bro, I'm done with wet bread too. So how do we pivot from this, guys? How do we've complained about Nash.
Because I got a lot of people
about Harden.
A lot of people DM me about the because I told people to send me the trade machines. So I'm about to send the trade machines. I'm about to upload the trade machines.
Before we go on trade machines,
yeah.
We'll just say this, right? We've talked about Harden. We've talked about Kyrie. We've talked about Nash. We've kind of talked about Claxton, right? I think Sean Marks has got to pull the biggest rabbit out of his fucking hat that he ever has. Like he's about to earn his money, right? Yeah. Like things are like, I think if people are still on this thing where, and it came to a head too, also on Twitter, where it was like, bro, can we stop saying everything's fine? Because for a long time, there was a large part of Nets fandom, even on here in the chat, we would come on and we would complain and we would say some of the things we're talking about tonight. And some of y'all would be like, oh, stop it. You're overreacting. It's no big deal. Yeah. Everything's fine. Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, well, can we all agree now that the house is on fire, right? Like, can we agree with that?
Right now, yeah.
Like right now, can we all agree that things are not good, like some of us were saying, and you were just coming up here going, yep, no, nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Nope, don't need the fire department. We're good. Like,
wait, we got some breaking news. They said, I don't know if this is true though, but they said 76ers won't include Tyrese Maxey in the deals.
Yeah, that was one of the
earlier.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, okay. Look at it this way.
He's off limits, I guess. It makes sense though because he's probably their young guy, like he's their upcoming star.
Realistically, look at it. 76ers cannot sign Harden unless a sign and trade is present. Yeah, that's the only way this can go down.
Right, or the trade.
So if Harden truly wants to go, we have a lot of leverage, and you know how Morey get down. That's Morey and Harden are like this.
Yeah.
Try to tell Morey.
Morey's smarter than he looks, bro. Because he knew. I think he knew this was gonna happen. He knew like Morey's been. He knew this was gonna happen.
Better scorer
than and I see people saying like we were only saying that after the Chicago game or that everything was fine until KD went down. No, shit was still not okay when KD was here. That's my point. There were things that were going on that were not fine. Yeah. And I'm sorry, it's not just a 6-game losing streak is going to make James Harden want to trade to Philly. If you think just a 6-game losing streak is why James Harden wants out, no way.
It's
There's
a lot.
more
It's
to
way
this
more
than
than we lost to like
come
every
on,
good
bro.
team, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. We were the number. Like I said, when KD was here, we were the number 1 seed. And
but when
it was
Kyrie
great,
was coming back, I did like our chances. Like,
Yeah.
but
Of course.
I love the
KD
part-time Kyrie, but like I said, y'all didn't tell me Harden was gonna leave. And y'all didn't tell me KD was gonna be out for a month before y'all see. I would love part-time Kyrie with that.
Here's the thing, AJ.
Yeah.
I said this a lot on stream. I've always said it's more risk doing part-time Kyrie because just what in case he or someone gets hurt. So now it's like we kind of need him to be here, and now KD
if somebody did get hurt, wouldn't it be better than to have him than to not have him?
Oh, and
Yeah,
we haven't even
look at
talked
it-
about fucking Joe Harris either, dude.
Yeah, but logically,
Damn.
look at it now. We got a couple home games coming up.
Yeah, like
No
a stretch.
Kyrie.
Yeah,
A good stretch of home games coming up now.
and
not Harden with him.
likely, yeah, exactly.
Oh, Karis
Come on,
LeVert
man.
had 42. Oh my, yo, Barry, shout out Barry. He just DM'd me this.
42.
And
Jared
just so
Allen
you-
tonight, 29,
Yeah.
23 rebounds. Look at
Look at
Karis
that.
tonight.
Look at
Six
that.
Look at Karis tonight. Oh my god,
Oh,
nah, this is
yeah.
gonna make me depressed.
I
This is
wonder
gonna
if
make
we
me
should have made
depressed.
that Harden trade.
Look at the boys that we traded for.
Promise you, we would have won last year.
I even said that when we first made the trade, and you guys gave me shit for it.
Oh
I said
my
I kind of
God,
wish
bro.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of like a little.
But here's the thing. With the Harden trade, if he wants to go to Philly, we have way more leverage because we would sign him and then trade. And if you think Morey's gonna make the same mistake of letting fucking Tyrese Maxey get in the way of him getting Harden, hell no. Because I've been watching around the NBA. Sixers fans are getting restless with Morey. They want to move now. They want to move swiftly, and they don't want to waste a year of Embiid's prime. They don't. Because
I do think it benefits the Nets to get this shit. Like, don't give in, but it also benefits the net to make this shit happen quickly. If it's legit and they're going through with it, I think you try to move as fast as possible without like giving in. That would be
all these trade machines that people were sending me had Maxey in it. So it's like now that Maxey's we might have to change it up now because shout out to the real Jay. He sent me Seth, Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey for Harden, Bruce Brown. He said he would add Harden, Bruce Brown for Tyrese Maxey, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry. Now the thing with the trade machines, right? These trade machines, the most important thing if we're going to trade with the 76ers, we need picks too. We need to add Sean Marks. We gave up our future. We need some first round.
You know
so
what?
we need picks
question.
first. I think picks is more first important. Then we'll get Ben. Ben, of course, is the obvious. And Seth, I think Ben, Seth, and picks are the obvious. Now,
but you gotta
whatever
think
comes with that.
Seth is better than Steph. So if we have Kyrie playing away games, right? Like Seth can just be their home games.
Let me throw this in there too, bro. The other thing that I wonder is if Harden really does want out of here. I'm interested to see if Harden also gave the Nets another destination other than the 76ers.
But what other one though?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I would like to.
I think there's another team. The only other team I can see is the Clippers.
We did talk about it on the stream. I mean, on Spaces.
This is why I think you're right, Saint. Because this is why I think Sean Marks leaked the news to the Shams report because he wants to see if there's some other people
because honestly, if I'm Sean Marks. And there's any inkling that Harden would go to multiple destinations or a couple other, I'm looking at all my options with James Harden. If James Harden is leaving and I'm Sean Marks,
he don't got to accommodate Harden.
I'm going to take all kind. Yeah, like I'm going to take
accommodate
all
Harden. You can
calls.
trade him to fucking Utah or whatever. I mean, not Utah, but you can trade him to like some West Coast team. You don't got to trade him.
And if a team is willing to take a chance on him and give us what we want, and it's not the 76ers, goodbye.
Like, and let me reiterate this again. The Sixers cannot sign Harden. Like he can't just go free agency and say, "Okay, let's sign him." Their cap is crazy.
Cap with Ben Simmons, they got to release.
And Tobias Harris's contract, they can't sign nobody.
Yeah, let me read what Yossi said. He said this is a salary cap expert. He said this is the easiest way for Philadelphia to get Harden is through a regular trade, either now or in the offseason through an opt-in. Daryl Morey is familiar with this when Chris Paul opted in and basically leveraged his way into Houston 5 years ago. This would be the ideal path for everybody involved for Philly. They outright trade for him. So Daryl Morey wants to trade. He wants to trade because, like I said, that's probably the most ideal situation for him. You know what I'm saying? The Nets would have a little bit more leverage to get Simmons and some other stuff, maybe some picks and some young players. But Like I said, I told y'all we need picks. Y'all, everybody talking about Ben season needs to do picks. We need picks too, y'all. We gave up our future for Harden. Our future for Harden.
Dude, and we haven't even brushed the subject of Joe Harris, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like there's speculation that Joe, like Christian Winfield, shout out to Christian Winfield.
No, that's
he wrote an article that raised a lot of good questions about Joe Harris, about his injury, about his play in the playoffs, like broke down all the different areas of his playoff that were inconsistent, broke down his value to his contract. Would it be worth keeping him? Would it be worth moving him? Like he threw all the questions that you would have about breaking down Joe Harris, whether to trade or keep, than any other best article that I've seen about Joe Harris. And I don't think he took a stance in the article, but he gave you all the information about Joe Harris and said, what do you do? Yeah. And Christian's going to be pulling up here soon. Because he sent me a message, said, tell me what you think. And then I read it and I was like, yo, like, I didn't walk away from that article thinking he was like saying, fuck Joe Harris, get rid of him. He just gave you all the ammunition and said,
we were supposed to have the doctor up here too. Apologies, y'all. We were supposed to have the doctor up here, but we just said this is the Harden thing kind of caught us off guard. So we told the doc. The doc told us he's depressed too because he's a Nets fan too. The doctor was like, we DM'd him. He was like,
literally,
I'm depressed.
Do you want to
right
hear
now,
his
bro.
response? Okay, here. This was Dr. Patel's. Najat Patel. He's an MD. MPH, MBS, and I was like talking to him, and then I was like, hey, how about he's like, I said, hey, do you still want to come on? He's like, kind of depressed. He's like, but I can join y'all. He's like, I can join y'all for a little bit, and then he like laughed, and I was like,
no, just come on, just pull up on Sunday. I was like, pull up on Sunday, bro, because this Harden thing caught us off guard. Like,
because I mean, listen, dude, that Joe Harris thing, we don't know. Again, Nets in their form fashion of not sharing full medical. We get the.
I keep telling y'all believe in every report, every medical report. Y'all in the comments.
Now we don't know. Now we don't know if we're getting Joe Harris back or not. We don't know if he's going to have surgery. We don't know if he's going to be healthy. So we may be without Joe Harris as well the rest of the year. Who wants to pick up that trade and that contract with his injured ankle? I don't know.
And let me just say this again, because some people in the chat are just hard-headed, and there's some 76ers and fans in there that are just hard-headed. The 76ers are hard-capped. I don't know what y'all think hard-capped means in your language, but they are hard-capped. The only way you're getting Harden is if we do a sign and trade. And y'all know how Morey get down. If he wants something, he's going to throw the book at the person if he wants it.
Yeah, he got Harden posters, and he got Harden posters in his room. He got James Harden posters in his bedroom, bro.
You guys' names had it.
Let's really look at it. Who is giving Harden $50 million? Who?
Daryl Morey.
Look at all the teams that are actually contending for a title. Who can give Harden that money? Which manager is getting that bread out and actually putting that bread out for Harden?
Daryl Morey. Even with Harden playing this, having the worst season of his rookie, like since his rookie year, Daryl Morey was still giving him that money, bro, because he loves him. He loves him. You know what I'm saying? I think he said Harden was better than Jordan one time. Remember that?
He said he's a better scorer. He said, "Oh, it's factual." I mean,
he was like, factual.
People get
Harden over Jordan.
That's part of the problem right now. 76ers fans don't realize like how fucked they are as far as like the cap space at the moment. Which
that's Tobias Harris contract alone.
In order to like sign Harden outright, they have to like move Ben Simmons. They've got to move Tobias Harris. Like they've got a lot of work to do. And quite honestly, the only way you're getting somebody to take Tobias Harris's contract is if you sweeten that deal immensely, because nobody wants that. That's like trying to trade Westbrook's contract right now. Like, who wants Tobias Harris's contract or Westbrook's contract?
I don't want Tobias Harris's contract.
So if you were to give us Tobias Harris, your ass is gonna have to sweeten that pot with so much shit to get us to take that trash. Like, y'all are not in the driver's seat. I know you guys are delusional and think you.
I mean, like, let me read the super chat. KJ said, "Admins and Nets fans, this is my apology. Super chat for getting our Discord chat hacked. My bad, y'all. Discord's still looking into it." Yeah, bro. Why you got our shit hacked, bro? I had to go to line. You know what I'm saying?
And here, it's the funny thing. All sports Discords are getting hit with that. The official,
it's not
the official Nets Discord got hit with it. Like a bunch of, it's a whole.
KJ, so it's not your fault, KJ. KJ,
Yeah.
I had to kick you too, bro. I had to kick
I
you because
actually
like
thought he sent me one. I didn't click on it, but because I was like, no, I don't want to.
I don't know if Chubbs DM'd you, but
like,
I wanted to DM you first and tell you like, yo, you got our shit hacked. I have to kick you. Make
Yeah.
another account. I was like, yo, make another account though, bro.
Yeah. I'll DM you KGT.
Yeah, I
Let
had
me
to kick you,
know.
bro.
Yeah, let me know. Probably DM me on Twitter. I'll give you a link to come back if you sort that shit out. So.
Hey,
You
we
still my
may
G
be
though,
on
KJ.
fire. Yo, Jose, we may be on fire, bro, but we're still in the driver's seat with Harden to the 76ers. Right? Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, we are.
Going back to the medical report thing I was talking about. Shout out, somebody commented me. Somebody talked to me about this, but going back to the medical thing, right? Kyrie in 2019, right? I think he had like a shoulder problem, but we didn't really know at the time. And I remember Pooch was, you guys know Anthony Pooch. He's like a Nets blogger. He had like a podcast, and he kind of called out the front office, like, "Yo, what's going on with Kyrie?" Da, 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 da. Once he did that, I think like that, then the Nets kind of came out. Kyrie came out and said, "Yo, my shoulder." Like, so it's like this medical thing, report has been going on. Y'all think it just started this year? And it's been going on for a long time. The Nets have always been like not telling us what's going on. They don't tell us. They either lie to us or not.
That bursitis news came out. I'm like, well, what's bursitis?
Somebody asked.
Exactly. Reason bursitis. I was
bursitis.
Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Almac, shout out to you. 76ers are at 150. Salary cap is projected at 120 million. You need to create a $47 million hole for Harden.
Yeah.
If some of you 76ers
run me Maxey
fans,
and Seth. And
I know we're not good at math. I've heard some of y'all speak in the spaces. Some of you are not that intelligent. I'm not saying the ones in here, but some of the people sound like they dropped out of school early, and I'm pretty sure you didn't pay attention to math class. Yeah. You have a 47 hole to try to fill for James Harden. Like, it's not like you have to basically have somebody like gift you James Harden and be willing to take trash Like,
and logically look at it. What were the teams that rejected their offers? The Kings, the Pistons. Did they?
Daryl Morey rejected everybody.
I believe.
The Pistons gave up everything. He was like, no, I don't want that. I think it was another team, the Clippers, and the Clippers offered. Oh no, somebody else offered something for Ben Simmons. Yeah. I forgot who, but Daryl Morey was curving everybody because, like I said, he loves Harden. He loves him.
Let's be honest. If you think Harden, because mind you, after seeing that $50 million price tag, you think Harden's going to sell for something less? So even if Harden wants to go over to Philly for a free agency, you think he's going to get like a little $20 million deal? Hell no. The fuck?
People seen the decline. They know Harden's in his decline. They know he's in his decline.
76er fans, you guys have been in a delusion that your seeding has mattered for the last 3-4 seasons. Because you guys have screamed first seed, second seed, third seed, and it's not mattered. And arguably, you guys are a worse team this year than you have been in previous years. So third seed doesn't mean nothing. And the last I checked, let's pull this up. Last time I checked about the standings, let's take a look at the standings for the NBA. Real simple. This should also illuminate some reality.
Someone said Harden like that weather in Philly, though. I'm crying.
Yo, so let us go in Philly and Harden go there.
To me, like I said, the most important part of this deal is we got to get picks first. Picks first, and then Ben Simmons, and then I want Seth Curry. Ben Simmons is going to offer us the defense, like y'all said, defense, rebounding. He's a playmaker. Y'all want to say what y'all want to say about Ben Simmons? He's a great passer. He's a great playmaker. He's a defensive MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully we don't get matched up with Trae Young. That's the only
and listen, the 76ers.
And then Seth Curry gives us that shooting. Seth Curry gives us our floor space. Seth Curry gives us our Joe Harris insurance. Seth Curry gives us our 3-point shooting that we need. And then after that, Tyrese Maxey or Matisse Thybulle, y'all pick who. I don't know if y'all want.
Listen, dude, we're only 2.5 games out of third place, and then we're 3.5 games out of first, right? Like, the house is on fire, but let's be honest about the East and the standings, right? Like, you could say you're in third, but the 6th and 7th team are only like 3 games behind you, right? Like,
not that close. Like I said, we're still in contention, bro. We can go on a 3-game win streak and be back in it right now. We can go on a 3-game win streak and be back in
some magical position that you think you guys
are not the East is right now. We can win 3 games in a row and be back in the mix.
KJT, Chubbs, what about the trade with the Blazers? Dame time is not happy too. No cap. I'll take CJ over Dame. I feel like CJ over Dame.
I'd
take CJ.
Nah. I would not take CJ over Dame, dude.
Dame.
CJ, listen.
The thing with Dame, it's like he's just.
There's something going on in the Blazers, bro. Something's going on over there. They're blowing it up. You saw that trade? They're blowing it up. The Blazers are blowing it up, bro. They're rebuilding.
I've seen CJ carry Dame in playoffs.
CJ. Listen.
I've seen him for real. I'm dead ass.
CJ is like that.
Whatever, but I mean, listen, dude. Think about this, bro. Like, because I'm seeing now people are, you're not getting, you're not getting Curry, and like, bro.
We're not getting set.
If 76ers think you're actually gonna get away by just giving like Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris for Harden, you're
hell no.
Like, come on.
Sean Marks is not dumb, y'all. You know what? Sean Marks knows he gave up our future. He gave up a lot for Harden. He knows he's not gonna do. He's not gonna. I trust he's not gonna do us dirty. I trust. I pray to God, and I'm praying for Sean. I pray to Sean every night. I'm about to pray to Sean tonight. Like, we got to get at least something close to that. You know what I'm saying? Something close to that, bro. Something close to what we lost for Harden, bro. Something close. We can't just get no Ben Simmons and Tobias. Hell no.
But I don't know about Dame for Harden though. I don't know. This season he's looking. He's looking a little washed.
I don't know if that would work with him. I mean, well, yeah.
Why you say why?
I mean, because my Dame, Kyrie, KD.
Isn't Dame hurt?
Yeah, he had he had some surgery, abdominal surgery.
They might be hurt, so I don't know if we want that.
Yeah,
I don't know if he can be traded.
I don't think he's hurt. I mean, it's been like over half a season.
Yeah, the abdominal surgery.
Mind you, like out of the core of that three, Dame, Kyrie, KD, it's arguable Kyrie or Dame will be the playmaker.
Yeah.
That's a cringy thought.
I don't think Dame thing is a thing because, like I said, he's coming off that surgery. I don't know if he's gonna get traded, but I
mean, if we have a good players or like a good system, which we'll probably like never have, but we could get away with it.
Somebody said Dame was awful in the Olympics. That's a fact, yo. Why was Dame so bad in the Olympics? He was trash in the Olympics. That was tight.
Y'all not getting Tobias. We don't want Tobias.
I don't want Tobias. I said I want Ben, Seth, and
why?
What are y'all smoking? Y'all think we don't want broke J. Cole? No, nobody wants.
I want Maxey on that deal though. I want Maxey in that deal.
It's Tobias trash.
I don't think I'll do that because Maxey gives us Kyrie insurance. Maxey will give us Kyrie insurance. We got Maxey. Give us Kyrie insurance.
Why don't y'all want Tobias? Like Tobias is fine.
No, Julian, y'all want. We getting on.
Is he trash this season? Is he trash this season?
You want to get on Joe Harris for playoffs?
Oh, his contract.
Tobias.
His contract is trash, and he's Joe Harris. Yeah, he is. He did basically what Joe Harris was in the playoffs.
Okay.
Like, he disappears in regular season games. He disappears. Like he'll have one game. He'll be like 20 points and be like, oh, Tobias is good.
Well, I will say
another
this,
game he'll be like
I will
8
say this
points.
though.
Yeah.
Right now, he is averaging almost 19 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 3.7 assists.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad numbers. I'm not gonna say it's terrible.
Yeah. He's not trash, but he's just wishy-washy. He's just wishy-washy.
That contract is nothing.
Yeah, the contract is.
He's overpaid. He's overpaid.
Yeah.
He's definitely overpaid.
Worse what he's
overpaid.
I'll agree with that.
Y'all will take. Let me know in the chat. Y'all will take Tobias Harris in the chat. Let me know in the chat right now.
I'm saying, why y'all want to take Tobias Harris and y'all be the same ones talking about Harden will choke in the playoff and he's declining. But y'all want you know what's crazy?
To Maxey is what is J. Cole? To Maxey.
Yeah, I'm looking at this man's contract, bro. I'm not taking. How old is he too? He's 29.
He's entering his prime.
He's got 2 more years after this year on the contract at 37 and 39 million. Fuck no.
The chat saying
37. Hell no.
You want to talk about pulling Ben Simmons and his contract and then bringing Tobias Harris on? You want to talk about choking what we can do? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, even no.
Somebody in Spaces was saying that too. Like, no, Tobias is going on the Tobias thing. I was like,
I would love Tobias on this team for that contract. No.
If the contract was half of that, then maybe we.
I'll do that. Yeah. And Tobias is like a fourth. Tobias is a third, fourth option. I'll take Tobias as a third, fourth option.
35. The dude's making the same amount of money as some superstars that are. 10
he's making 35.
Yeah, he's making
35.
He's 35 this year. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Clean 35. Clean 35.
He's getting Kyrie. He's getting KD and Kyrie money.
Yeah.
Fast. Hell no, bro.
Tobias is not a 20 million. No, I'm sorry.
No,
not even.
Tobias is
like
he's like I'll say 15 million max.
15
Maybe like
is
he's
16,
a Joe Harris. What?
Yeah, he
Joe
like
Harris
17
again.
million. Maybe like Tobias should be getting
a clean
17 a
17
year.
million.
So I'm sorry.
6 Mile Heem. Y'all getting Ben Simmons into Danny Green. I'd love Danny Green, but once again, y'all want to get on Joe Harris for choking in the playoffs.
Danny Green is a performer. He's an expert choke. Oh,
I remember what, bro.
Danny Green got hit wide open. A perfect dime from Ron, and he bricked that.
I've
you
seen
remember when the Lakers
teams, bro? I'm like, bro, like this
3 different teams he choked, bro. Remember the Lakers were sending him death threats. Remember the Laker fans were sending him death threats.
It was such a good pat. I'm like, bro.
Oh, can we have Shake Milton? Can we have Shake Milton?
Just off his name, I don't want him. Like, just
but a dude like Shake Milton would be badass, bro.
Yeah, the reason I want Tyrese, the reason I want Maxey is because once Maxey's he's young. He's a great point guard. He gives us the Kyrie insurance. Matching up Maxey with KD would be amazing because Maxey can score off the dribble. He can shoot. He can get to the rim. He's athletic. So he gives us that playmaker, shot creator combo.
And Saint, what is Kessler Everett's giving us that already trumps what Shake Milton is trying to get? What could get?
Yeah, everything.
Isn't Shake he's a guard though, isn't he?
Yeah, but Kessler Edwards, like,
Shake is a 2 guard.
Yeah, no.
Shake is a 2, but Tyrese is. That's what I'm saying. That's why because the Phillies know they know how valuable Maxey is. They don't want to give up Maxey.
So tough on this.
They don't want to give up Maxey, bro. They don't want to give him up. That's why they know he's different. They know he's different,
and he's getting better every game. He's getting better every game.
Imagine him with KD, and then, you know what I'm saying?
Shit. Yo, you added him in that young group with Cam and all them.
Ben and all them, Tyrese and Ben, and then KD.
Now, see, I don't know about. Okay, I have an underrated opinion. I'm in that minority. I would flip Ben Simmons to another team
immediately, or you will wait to see what happens.
Immediately,
if there was another piece,
look at it this way.
Another piece. If you get
Ben, Seth, and Tyrese, then you would flip. You would flip Ben.
I would take Tyrese. I'd take Seth. I'd flip Ben. Look, because mind you,
something good though, right?
Spurs can give you some good guys. The Spurs got some key pieces. The Hawks,
I would.
Y'all feel that in the chat. Y'all would flip Ben.
You mean
I would take a couple pieces from the Hawks, bro.
Y'all would take man. Well, let me put the poll up. Let me just put the poll up.
Yeah. Shams tweeted out again that there's expectation that both the 76ers and Nets will engage, unless this is the same one before, but maybe I'm reading it differently.
You just tweeted, or is it?
No. That will engage in. But they said this is what they said, and maybe it got changed, but it said Simmons. It didn't even mention Tobias Harris. It mentioned Seth Curry, Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle. That could sweeten a potential. That could sweeten a potential package. So I think the expectation is that if they want Harden, they're not taking Tobias Harris. They're getting Simmons, and they're gonna get one of those
Maxey,
3 guys. That's something that is like and.
Because with Ben, is like I know y'all don't like him, but it's like I said, he still gives us like his role would change on our team though. He's not going to be like what he was on Philly. His role would change because, like I said, he has Kyrie, KD. His role wouldn't be the same.
I'm telling you, flip. Because mind you, AJ, you want picks? Yo, you dangle Ben to any team, they could give you all the picks, bro. Like logically, think about it.
Right.
I'm saying like, mind you, Minnesota that deal might be back on the table. They got some picks. Atlanta Hawks, if they stop playing scared, we might finesse some picks. We keep what's his name? Herder. Get a shooter. Bogdan's one of them. We can flip.
Somebody said Matisse is a taller Bembry. He's a taller Bembry.
Matisse defense is
his defense is legit, bro. I remember in the Olympics he was locking down was he on the Australian team? He's Australian, right? Is he Australian?
Yeah, he's Australian.
Yeah, he was killing on the Aussie. Shout out Australia. Shout out all the Aussies listening to us. Like he was killing.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, Almac. The Kings want Simmons. Hey, Kings got some good.
Flip him some of them picks.
I would try to go get.
I don't know, bro. I just feel like.
Let me stop. I was gonna say Simmons for Halliburton, but that's highway robbery. That's highway robbery.
Bro, we can get a couple things, but we can get a pit. We can get a bag of chips or something. We can get a lot of things.
Chill, bro.
Definitely, if we flip Simmons, we can.
Oh yeah, Matisse can shoot too. Yeah, Matisse. Yeah. Don't disrespect Matisse. He can shoot.
No, he can't shoot. AJ.
I'm about to
He
say
can't
when
shoot?
that happened. I'm
No,
about to
no,
say, whoa.
I think he's a better shooter than Bembry at least. I think.
Nah,
he
I'm
might
about
be.
to. I'm
He
about
might.
Pull up
to
his 3
fact
point.
check
Pull up his
right
three
now.
because I remember him hitting threes in the
I'm about to
Olympics.
fact check
I
this
remember
right
him
now.
hitting threes in the Olympics.
I ain't watched the Olympics like that. So.
NBA stats.
See what his 3-point percentage is, bro. Somebody said Matisse is a way better defender.
a very emotional day, man.
All right, Matisse Thybulle's averaging 30% from the three.
Okay.
Stats.
How many attempts? Did you see how many attempts?
Embry's averaging 45 from the three.
But
But take
Bembry,
that with
yeah,
a grain of salt because that's like 2
He don't
attempts.
shoot. He don't shoot. Yeah, he like 2 attempts.
I think Matisse definitely shoots at a higher volume. He does. He shoots at a higher volume.
Bembry shoots like a 3 every 5 games. Bembry shoots a 3 every 5 games, bro.
Yeah, so it's gonna be high.
Yeah.
Can I bring up something else right now?
Go for it.
What would happen?
Shout out DJ. Life is crazy, bro.
If all of a sudden, shout out to Martell. I do need a hug, bro. I do need a hug.
I need the same thing.
But let me ask you this: do you think Sean Marks and Harden and them can fix this? Do you think this potentially spawns Kyrie, KD, Harden to get together and like some shit to be thrown in there? Like, do you think this is fixable?
No, because
like if you were Harden,
keeping Harden,
would you
Harden, you think that's
I'm just throwing it out there. Let's entertain
it would have to be if Kyrie plays the home games. Like that's the only way for me. That to me is why he's aggravated, is because he has to do more work.
You think it's completely centered on
I think it's part of me is Kyrie, and part of it is he's a quitter. That's part of it is Kyrie, and he's a quitter.
Because listen, he's declined and stuff, so he should be able to do similar things that he was doing last year, but he can't. And then it's like, damn, like Kyrie's not here, and to me, it's just like, damn, I got to work a little harder, and he just doesn't want to do that. And let me just go to another team. But I think if Kyrie's here, why do you? He wouldn't leave, bro. This wouldn't even be a discussion if Kyrie was here for home games.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But look at it this way:
do we think Harden's going to improve? Like, are we now on to that? Are we now on to that part where we're like,
no,
because
this decline is
he hasn't taken
even if he went to another team,
he hasn't taken the initiative to really like get
but
better,
we're
it's
still
really scoring. Like,
but we're still convinced. But we're still convinced if we had all three, we're demolishing. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
All three here. What are we talking about? And I want to add this in. If I'm Sean Marks, you do your due diligence to still try to make this work. This is still an MVP caliber player when he is on his A game. Like let's.
But he wants to go, bro. He quit on the team. He doesn't want to be here.
But like, look at Kobe Bryant with the Lakers. I remember there was a good year.
If Sean can do that, I mean, Sean can finesse. Yeah, if Sean can finesse and be like, yo, Harden, don't do it, or try to convince him, maybe give him a players meeting. What do they call it? A players meeting?
Yeah, boy, honey bun.
Yeah, but look, I remember very vividly there was a stint and thing Kobe wanted to dip, but the GM said, yo, you're Kobe Bryant. We're gonna make this work.
That's
like, because we know damn well we give you somewhere else, it could go really bad.
I'd rather with Harden, I'd rather him do what Kobe did and request a trade, but not this play games with us and quit on us and fake injuries. This whole stuff is stupid. Like,
it's very few players that we can like expect Kobe thing, like Kobe.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'd rather you just, if Harden was like, yo, request a trade, I'd rather him do that instead of playing these games.
If Kyrie's here, that's the only way.
But not Julian. That was wicked. You really said a honey bun meeting. I just
a honey
bun meeting.
It's a honey bun meeting.
I don't know, bro. I just think once we get rid of Harden, I get the vibe that it starts to unravel.
Yeah, it's bad.
You think? What do you mean, like unraveled?
I just, because I still think you have to address the Kyrie enigma.
It all depends on what we get back.
No. But what I mean though is that I think if you move on from Harden, you still have to address the Kyrie enigma. Right?
Yeah.
Especially if he's still unvaccinated.
At the end of the day,
would Maxey would change your mind? Would Maxey change your mind?
I don't know, because at the end of the day, getting Kyrie to play home games is the only priority, right? Like, I don't care. Again, don't care what your feelings are. Don't give a shit anymore about that. Kyrie's decision to stay unvaxxed is affecting the team, right? And it's the other bigger elephant in the room. You remove Harden, you still have this giant elephant in the room. And it still massively affects the team. If anybody thinks going into the playoffs with an away Kyrie is not a big deal, you're a bonehead.
Yeah, bro, I would love.
Hey,
I would
Bad Brad,
love
I don't give
Maxey
a
on
shit.
this
I'm
team.
not stopping with anybody. This house is on fire.
I disagree.
I'm done
I
with
think-
all these fools, dude. I don't care if your name's
I think
Kyrie,
Maxey will give me us
Harden,
Kyrie
Steve
insurance.
Nash. Like
That's kind of where I
that's
want
my
Harden
whole
to stay.
point. Stop
If
with
we
Kyrie.
had
man.
Maxey in replacement for
that.
Kyrie, we would be in a way better position.
I'm saying Maxey
Oh my
gives us the
God.
Kyrie insurance. Like y'all don't understand. Like I think
I
think things would change.
bro.
I think Kyrie's away game thing would be a less of an impact if we have Maxey. You know what I'm saying?
And Tony Swag, we have debunked this about a bajillion times. The NBA, they already came out. There is no way we can do a fine thing. It's not going to happen.
Even if we
fine
pay,
thing is not going to happen, because if it were true, they probably would be playing him right now. But
I'm telling y'all, I'm about to.
Yeah,
I got a
me too.
headache.
The
I got a
sooner-
headache.
the sooner we can.
The streets is calling.
Nah, bro, I'm about to go to bed.
Man, it's
like, this shit-
117 and it's brick outside. It was
boys
raining.
gonna go to
It was
the
just
streets.
it was just a bad weather for New York too today.
Like I feel some type of way. Like I don't feel
I'm
like
drained,
I feel
bro.
depressed. I'm drained. I feel
from-
depressed. I feel like
When
angry.
y'all go to when y'all go to sleep and y'all upset like AJ and Chubbs, y'all go get y'all Timberland and y'all cuddle with y'all Timberland, lay in the bed, cuddle up with y'all Timberland, hold it close to your chest.
I might cry. I might cry myself to sleep tonight. I've had a couple beers, so I'm a little.
I feel the same way, bro. Like,
I might cry. I might cry tonight. I might cry. I don't know.
upset, like,
I haven't
I don't
decided
feel
yet.
it, bro.
Like
heard-
when I sit down and literally have no, like, my phone's not in my hand. I'm not talking to you guys, and all the emotions like come in. Like I might cry myself.
I got
might
nothing
cry
left. I
myself.
might punch my wall
Nah,
when
I
the
heard-
stream ends. I might punch my wall. I might punch a hole in my wall when the
Punch my
stream
wall.
ends.
No, AJ, I heard New Yorkers. I heard when y'all are upset, like y'all get y'all, little suede brush and y'all just brush y'all Timberland, and it eases y'all nerves and shit. Is that true?
Brush our Timberlands.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
y'all just brush it with the
the
suede
only
brush. when y'all are upset.
W is the
Nah,
Nets
Jay-
Kingdom hoodie coming in.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's just
oh,
good.
Julian's probably gonna go out and catch a goddamn alligator to get his.
We don't
shit.
have that.
And the other W, the Scary Kittles.
Oh yeah, I got mine too, bro.
Yeah. Well, this shit is crazy.
Oh, here, let me
This shit
show
is
you the
crazy.
Kyrie one.
I gotta
got,
change
bro.
up too. There's gonna be
Kyrie
some new
one?
merch coming out too, y'all. There's gonna be some new
Kyrie
merch.
one.
Y'all know the Nets dunks, like they restocked today. And
Oh yeah,
yesterday,
no,
right?
I took a heavy L on that.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's crazy? The minute
Them
I
bots,
clicked,
bro.
the minute I clicked buy, the app crashed.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Bro, they be
The
so.
minute,
I
the
hate the
minute I
bots,
clicked
bro.
buy, the app crashed, and
It's
it was
the
on
bots,
like
bro. They automatically buy them and shit.
yeah,
bro.
Hey,
it was
and
it was like what
this-
750 pairs. Yeah, nah, it was a dub. It was a dub.
And this just proves that you can still like a player and respect them, but still not be happy with their decisions. Check that one out, bro.
Oh, that's a good one.
Look at the guy. Look at him.
That's
good
from
one.
Scary
That's
Kittles,
tough.
bro.
That's
That's
tough.
tough. Yeah, I had to get this one for my collection.
That
You
looks
know
like
what?
the best
I
player.
feel like he missed the opportunity to make the Earth flat. That is a missed opportunity.
That'd be hilarious.
That is a missed opportunity.
Shout out Marcus Masai. He said, "Put on Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yes." Yeah,
Oh damn.
yeah, man. I might have to put that on, bro. Yeah, I might have to put that on, bro. Like I said, I
Say goodbye.
feel some type of way. Like I got nothing left. Like I really have nothing left
Should we
about
do an
this, man.
acapella, the four of us? Can we do it?
No.
Nah, the stream don't want to hear. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't want to get copyrighted. Would they copyright us for that?
If we sang it, no.
Winter
I'm singing
Olympics
that Boyz II
2022, no cap. I have not. What's
Why,
even-
Isaac? What are you talking about, bro?
I mean, I'd watch Olympics, but it's like
I got
I
nothing
watched
left.
like 5 minutes.
Hey, I keep seeing Nicholas say this. Unfortunately, it's not going to be big as what we gave away to get him.
That's what I'm so pissed
Yeah,
about,
it's-
bro.
yeah.
That's what
It
I
ain't gonna
can't.
be a big
I
trade.
can't.
The
I won't be able to
only
sleep
way-
tonight
the
because of that,
only-
bro.
The only way you get a big trade like this is if Harden says, "Hey, I'm also interested in this team," and they have a lot to give. You know, that's. But I
Yo,
don't see that.
I saw this on
happening
YouTube, though.
because Harden doesn't want to go to like.
Did
he wants to
Houston
go to a contender.
did Houston scam us? Did Houston scam? I saw that on YouTube. There's like Houston scammed Brooklyn.
Nah, Harden.
They knew
scammed us, bro.
they got all those swaps and picks. They
Oh,
knew Harden
wait.
was gonna dip. They knew Harden was gonna do
Could
this.
he have got Seagun or Shengun?
Oh yeah, Shengun. Oh,
could've
I
got
forgot
Shengun.
about him.
Who?
I
Oh,
don't
and
know,
Jalen
I
Green.
don't
What about
know.
Jalen?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Nah,
wait,
Julian.
who's
Don't
that?
Jalen Green or Şengün?
Wait, spell it. Wait, hold on. Spell it real quick.
You know about Şengün?
No.
Yo,
Nah,
Spell it.
yeah, Alaprin Shenko. Come on now.
Şengün's nice, bro.
Wait. Don't just say
Bro,
say the whole name.
Don't just
like
say
that.
it.
Don't say the whole name like that.
Hold on.
Don't make me share my screen, bro. Don't make me put up the Şengün highlights.
Yeah,
bro.
I got him in my
Yeah,
fantasy.
what?
Bro, I got him in my fantasy. Or did I drop him? I don't know.
Why?
I
You
got
dropped
him
him?
in my fantasy. Let me see. Oh, I got it.
Şengün, bro. He's different.
I think I dropped him for Giddey.
Is he fire for real? He fire?
Bro, he's like a
Yeah.
little mini Jokic.
He's tough, bro.
I'm not even
His
joking.
post moves, he got post moves. He can score. He can shoot. He's
That
tough.
sounds
Hey, yo,
Kareem, bro. That sounds
bro,
like medicine.
His
What are you
his
talking
passive
about?
bag is
Şengün.
crazy too. Yeah,
No,
sound
his
like
first name sounds like medicine.
That sounds like some anime character, yo. Şengün, like.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was Seagun at first, but I'm like, oh, okay.
I thought it was Şengün. It's Şengün, right?
Yes, Sengun. Okay.
Şengün.
So this season he's averaging about 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
He's not like no all-star
steal,
superstar, but he's like I said, he just got drafted, so it's like he's like a.
you on my team and we friends. Your name is Al.
Oh, hey, and
That's
by
all
the
it's
way,
gonna
if there's
be.
any
Just dropped
76er fans in here, the 76ers just lost to the Dallas Mavericks. So,
Banana Sixers.
Let me see some.
Thank you, Josh, for the super chat. He said, "How do y'all feel about the Memphis Grizzlies? Just their whole vibe and energy around them."
Yeah, they fire.
Oh my God, what a surprise for them, bro! I mean, like I said, John Morant having a great year, bro.
He's better than every point guard was in their third year.
He should be in MVP talks. No funny, no cap.
He's better than Steph was, Dame was, Kyrie, Harden. Like all.
I should see John in the MVP talks. I don't know where he's up there, but he should be in MVP talks. That's a big fact.
He definitely gets he gets in the convo for sure.
He has to be.
Speaking of second, third years, what about Joe Shiesty? Let's talk about that.
Oh my God!
Second year, he's about to go to the Super. Joe Shiesty finna go to the Super.
He built different. Joe Shiesty built different. He's on timing. He's built different.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow.
Hey, J-Rocks, if you're in here, I'm seeing in Discord, he's like, I'm tripping a little bit. No, I think I'm like calling people out. I'm not fucking being sensitive,
bro.
Talking about
this stream, bro.
Shit about Harden, Kyrie. Like, I'm not pussyfooting around, knocking with like tired of people's feelings. Like, nah, dude. Some of the shit that people be saying about Harden and Kyrie, and I'm done, dude. I'm done being sensitive and.
Also, only thing about Ja is he just doesn't shoot yet.
Yeah, and that Derrick Rose comparison is cringe. Not every
every
point guard,
every athletic point guard that can jump is Derrick Rose. Yeah,
not every athletic point guard is Derrick Rose. Let's stop that.
Yeah,
if he get broke, Ja, listen.
Honestly, Ja, he's not Derrick because Ja's bag is way deeper than Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Ja's bag is way. Derrick was not a.
I do see him shoot sometimes.
Derrick was athletic, but he didn't really have that 3-point. He didn't really have a bag like that. He had a bag, but it wasn't like
his mid range was severely underrated though. Like
his mid range was nice.
His pull up mid range, he was.
But he couldn't shoot threes at all, bro.
I haven't seen him in a long time. Like I probably forgot. Like it's been a long time since he, 2011. That's a long. That's over a decade ago now. Get him mid range, please.
Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Make sure you guys, like I said, hit the like button. Follow us on our socials at the bottom. Nest Kingdom, AJ Saint, Net1. That's our Twitter. Nest Rage. Shout out to Rage. And
I appreciate you all coming out, man. We've stayed heavy deep to like 400 now till ending. I'm sure a lot of that was hate from other places, but listen, and I'm sorry people got butthurt tonight, but there were some things that needed to be said, and people don't want to hear it anymore, and then they start thinking you're hating on your favorite player. But listen, guys, all is not well in Nets Nation right now. And
like I told y'all before, if you don't think a change is about to happen, you're a fool. You know what I'm saying? Something's coming. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's going to be, but a big change is going to come.
Somebody asked, do we think we'll see James Harden play again? I have no idea.
No.
Bro, it's up in the air.
I think it's the last time we've seen him in a Nets jersey, bro.
He literally could be in a jersey, a 76ers uniform on All-Star break. Like that's 8-9 games, like 8 games, 7 games from now. Like
I think he's gone, bro. I think Nets Nation got to realize he's gone. He's gone.
Nicholas, I'm using that. I'm using Juvon Carter. I'm using it. I swear
Juvon Carter.
That shit just sounds.
That's what it started out.
Is Jason on Spaces? Is Jason on Spaces?
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
What time is it?
right now.
1:26. It's a Friday. Yeah, they should be. It's a Friday.
I don't know who made
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
still
forgot
there.
who first said
It's still
that,
there?
but good shit.
Should we stay? I think it's Brandon's.
Oh, there's
Here,
mad spaces going on right now.
I'm gonna hit up
Oh
Jay
yeah,
and
no,
see
yeah.
if he's.
I might just end this and go to
Yeah,
their
let's
spaces,
just go.
bro.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings tonight. Get over, cry about it. Go talk to your girlfriend, smoke a blunt, hug your mom, talk to your grandma. I don't care if I upset you about Kyrie or Harden or Steve Nash or Claxton, whoever the fuck it is, dude. The house is on fire. Shit needs to change. If I made you upset and you think I'm a dumbass, I don't give a fuck either.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
I don't
Nice last
care
words,
anymore.
bro.
That's
Love those
my
last
last
words.
words.
Let me add on to that. Some of y'all
Don't
stands out
care.
there, you gotta stop putting all this attention to other people and start worrying about yourselves. Because I guarantee some of y'all are musty in the winter, and that's a whole problem y'all need to fix on yourselves. There's no reason y'all should be musty in the winter. There's no. If you musty in the winter, that's no.
Shout out to Alex.
That's a different problem.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Smith too. We're thankful. Yes, we are. God bless that man, Sean Marks.
You can't call him by his first name. You just gonna call the man Smith.
I don't know how to say it, bro.
That's
how do you say that?
Say Julian. How do you say that name, Julian?
How
How do you say his
that's
first
not
name?
G.
Oh man.
You said G.
Yeah, G.
Yo,
Jaleel.
bro.
It's Jaleel. Jaleel.
Is that Italian? Jaleel.
I don't know. Jaleel. That's what it sounds Italian.
Jaleel Smith.
It could be.
Buongiorno. All my Italians.
It could be
Buongiorno.
Spanish, so it could be Helio.
Well, either his mom and dad. I think his mom's Italian, and she married some like normal white dude with the last name Smith, so it became Jaleel Smith.
Jaleel.
Jaleel Smith.
Yo, made me want to go to Little Italy. Jaleel. All right, let me out of here, bro.
Thank y'all for pulling up. You know, it was a sad day. We got slapped,
dude. It's more like Kyrie versus himself. That's what it is, bro. It ain't Kyrie versus everybody.
Well, I'm just gonna tell y'all this: there's gonna be two of the big three still here. One of them might not be here coming in the trade line. So I'm just gonna let y'all know about that.
Everybody wish AJ luck because he's saying he's going to bed, but we know where he's really going. You know, we know he's going back to his homeland. You know,
all I know is that KD is
no girl's gonna cheer me up after this. What happened tonight, bro?
Thank God KD is not full of drama. Thank you, KD, for being. Hey, whoa, Jaleo said it's true. It's Italian. I was right.
Buongiorno, come stai, Jaleo?
Mamma mia.
AJ disrespected your first name. He's a bad person.
Did I get your name right though? Did I get it right? I was just curious. And was your mom Italian or your dad? Which one? I'm not sure. I got to know. You got to tell me if I'm right. But I'll say this until he answers. Thank God we have KD. That man is so non-drama filled.
That's the great positive.
Work. He is like the end-all, be-all. Like KD is better than Kyrie and Harden put together. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it.
I'm not arguing that. All right, y'all. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. And we'll be back on Sunday. We'll be back on Sunday.
Thank God for KD.
Thank God for KD. That's great.
James Harden, man. How you gonna quit on us, bro? How you gonna quit on us?
Hey, how does a man? What is that? Hungry and humble? What?
You out of here, bro. You out of here. Oh, the troll is troll hour. It's troll hour.
You broke fresh and fit sounding. Man, let's go. Hungry and humble.
Oh damn, I was right, bro. Check that shit out. My mom and you
got it spot on. Wow, you got it spot on.
Shout out to Jaleel, bro.
Hungry and humble.
Hey, thank you all for seriously coming out. I really do appreciate it. Seriously.
It's gotta be. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. We'll love all the Nest fans. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Harden stan, you know, it's up to you if you want to keep.
We probably will get another L on Sunday, and we probably won't talk about the game either on Sunday. We'll probably talk about something else.
So Sunday is going to be the doctor's day. That's going to be Doctor
Doctor's
day. That's Dr.
Something will happen between now and then. So
I hope so. I sure hope so. All right, later, guys. Appreciate for you coming out. Seriously.
Wait, did you end the broadcast? Oh my God. Hold on, let me end it.